looking live at the Chiller North Ice Arena here on day number 1 of the 2018 ACHA Division III National Tournament. And we've got a dandy here, a couple of heavyweights in the Division III of the ACHA, as we've got Oakland University, national champions 2 years ago, their 5th straight trip to the big dance, and Farmingdale State, their 3rd straight trip, all 3 years as a national qualifier. Good evening, everybody. Lou Gamblin here with you, along with Marcus Grosnick, my tag team partner. And Marcus, as I mentioned, we've got a dandy here tonight. Can't wait for this one to get started.
Exactly, Lou. Like you mentioned, 2 teams that are no stranger to the national tournament. Oakland coming in, like you mentioned, for the 5th straight year. Farmingdale for the 3rd straight year as an outright auto bid. Oakland this year a little bit different. For the first time in team history, had to go through the regional, where they took out Indiana Tech 3-2 and Indiana 7-3 to get here. So a little bit of a different situation for head coach Pete Gibb and the Oakland Grizzlies, but a team that has a lot of firepower, and one gentleman that is on this team is Zach Massa, who is now the all-time Division III points leader with 327 points.
Well, speaking of Farmingdale State, we had a chance to chat before the game earlier today with one of their assistant coaches, John Cipriano, and let's hear what he had to say. I'm here with John Cipriano, one of the assistant coaches for Farmingdale State College. John, first of all, congratulations again on making it back to the Nationals for a 3rd straight year as an automatic qualifier. Tell us a little bit about how your regular season went this year.
The season was very successful, and we set out obviously every year. It's always win the whole season. We want to win the cup there, the Empire Cup, get to the national tournament. This year was a bit of a kind of anomaly. We thought we were going to have a super competitive season, but we managed to handle our opponents pretty handily. Not to disrespect any of them, but I mean, you saw the scores. So we were just looking forward to getting here and playing the top competition. The boys have been ready to go all year, and it shows in the scores. We've been revving up, so it's been a long road, and thankfully we're here now.
Well, your first game tonight it's a dandy. Oh, yeah. You look on paper, these, they're your 2 powerhouses in the past few years, Oakland and yourselves. Tell us a little bit about what you can expect out of the Golden Grizzlies.
So I think they're going to bring a lot of speed. I think they have mobile defensemen that are going to move the puck up quick, right? They make good decisions. Doesn't look like they ever really make a mistake when they're breaking out the puck. So we have to be conscientious of that. We have to run the right forecheck against them. I think they're going to bring a lot of firepower with Meza. He's going to be shooting from every which angle. Any opportunity he gets, we're definitely keying on that. But we're just going to play our game. We can't really worry about the opponent too much. We're going to tell them what they're going to do. The boys are going to be prepared, but they're going to have to be ready for us.
Well, one of the things I look at your season and how you guys have done has been your goaltending. It's just been stellar throughout the year. Obviously, 1 regular season loss, and definitely one of the keys to your success. Don't you agree?
I have to agree completely. Our goals against averages at a 2 or lower, right? Our goal differential is pretty huge. Mo has been a solid competitor for us since he came in as a freshman. He's got a ton of experience, and especially with the tournament right now, that goes a long way. One thing I always preach with Mo is like mindset, and especially with the whole team, mindset. He's got to stay sharp between the ears. That's the #1 thing. He's his worst enemy. Anybody we put in front of him, I'm super confident that Mo's going to handle it. He's just got to handle himself and the man in the mirror.
All right, John, well, thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes. Good luck tonight, and go get them this year.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
All right. Well, Marcus, one of the things we talked about their goaltending, I just want to give you some numbers real quick with Stephen Montgomery and also John Krause. 22-1 between the two, 4 shutouts. Montgomery, .902 for a save percentage, a goals against of 2.56. John Krause, 1.33, 9-0, and his save percentage, .939. That's what Oakland has to go up against here tonight.
Yeah, and I like how the assistant coach there, Coach Cipriani, mentioned that how much awareness they have to have on Zach Massa. He's the kid that came in, didn't play a full season, started after probably the first half of the year was over, still was able to put up a lot of points for his team. And I really think that they need to watch the breakouts. I think if they can control the neutral zone, they have a really good chance of winning this game, especially especially with how good their goaltending is.
On the other side of the ledger, you've got a freshman starting tonight, his first national tournament game, and that's Cody Dennison. All he's done, 7-2, a goals against of 3.04, but a very, very solid save percentage of .921. So, I don't know what to expect out of this game either. This, to me, is a literal coin flip. I said this in the preview show. This game will go a long way in determining who gets out of this pool. Oakland, as you mentioned, not used to being a quote-unquote underdog as the 4th seed. Farmingdale State, they're used to being number 1. So, I can't wait for the puck to drop on this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game between two very well-coached teams. A lot of firepower on each side. And you look at Oakland, a little bit of a down year. 21, 11, 0-3. Didn't make it to the semifinals for the Vezina Cup this year, which was won by Central Michigan. And then you have Farmingdale State, who went 23-1-0 and won the Empire Cup, beating the Stags of Fairfield, who we saw earlier today fall to Hope 8-3. That championship game was last weekend, so both teams have a tremendous amount of momentum coming into tonight's game.
Well, both teams are back out on the ice for their last-minute stretching. We're going to get the announcing of the starting lineups, if you will, then the playing of the national anthem, and we're going to get this game going underway. First for the visiting Oakland Golden Grizzlies. In goal, as we mentioned, a freshman, Cody Dennison out of Macomb, Michigan. At defense on the right side, Dalton Janot from Copel, Texas, a sophomore, a senior defenseman. On the other side, Kenneth Casper, a junior out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. And at one wing, it's going to be Michael Ryan, the captain, out of Beverly Hills, Michigan. And the other wing, of course, number 65, Zach Massa. And at center, a senior out of West Bloomfield, Michigan, Eric Wolf. For the Farmingdale State Rams, the home team here tonight. In goal, as I mentioned, a junior out of Nescassette, New York, Stephen Montgomery. At one defense, it'll be Chris Guido, a freshman out of Long Beach, New York. At the other side on the defense, a junior out of Oceanside, New York, Mike Jennings. And at one wing, it'll be Max Halverson, freshman out of Toms River, New Jersey. And at the other wing, PJ DiMartino out of Bohemia, New York. And starting at center, a junior out of West Babylon, New York, Matt O'Shaughnessy. The coach for Farmingdale, of course, Joe Mazie, the reigning coach of the year in the ACHA Division III, and Pete Gibb for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. As I mentioned, two powerhouses in Division III getting set to go. Oakland will be in their road black jerseys with the brown and silver trim, and of course Farmingdale State in their white jerseys with the black and silver trim. All a little Oakland Raider-ish, if you will, as both teams get set. We will now take a second for the playing of the national anthem.
Starting lineups for Farmingdale.
They're going to do the starting lineups.
But a note here, Lou, for Oakland, these two teams have a lot of veterans on this team. Oakland in itself has 13 returning players from last year's national qualifiers. Farmingdale State has 17 returning players from last year. I mean, there is a lot. We talk about the firepower, we talk about the good goaltending and everything like that, but to have that veteran leadership on a team where there are some freshmen, there's some new players, some new blood on both teams, I think it's going to go a long way to calming their nerves and making sure that they just play in the style of play that they have all season long.
Well, and it's the other thing, just like we've mentioned every year, we said in our opening broadcast, Marcus, you've got two teams that are not really familiar with trailing much during the year, especially Farmingdale. Let's see what happens when the first team scores the goal. How does the other team react? And, if we can, are they going to be on their heels? right, another fine rendition of the national anthem. Marcus, before we drop the puck, give me your keys to victory for both Oakland and Farmingdale.
All right, starting with Oakland University, I think for them, they have to get their offense started here early. Do not allow Farmingdale State to win the neutral zone battle and go in hard on the forecheck. Dump and chase, use the speed to your advantage, and get your things set up, as well as getting good play out of Cody Dennison. As you mentioned, first time at Nationals, I'm sure he's feeling some butterflies. Got to make sure he sees a few pucks right away, get the feel for it, and go from there. For Farmingdale State, as I mentioned with Oakland, shut down the neutral zone. Do not allow Massa to get around you or any of the other very highly skilled forwards that the Golden Grizzlies had. And key number 2 for Farmingdale State, I think, is going to be getting off to a fast start. Maybe try to get a goal here in the first 5 to 7 minutes of the period. Set the tone early and go from there.
All right, just about set to go. As I mentioned, Farmingdale will be going from left to right on your computer screen. Taking the face-off will be O'Shaughnessy for Farmingdale. He'll go up against Eric Wolf, and it's controlled by Farmingdale State. They dump it into the Oakland zone. They go around the corner. It's played over to the right of Dennison. They chop away at it, and they're going to fight for it over on the right face-off, left face-off circle, and coming up with it is Kenneth Casper for the Grizzlies. He feeds it out to center ice, where it's quickly picked up by Jennings. Here's a puck up over the line. Massa with a huge hit, laid by Mike Jennings with the puck. Here comes here comes Farmingdale State. They bring it up over the line. Coming up now into the neutral zone. Way down in on goal. Massa with an opportunity. And it's going to be kicked away by Montgomery. Puck loose on the left face-off circle. They come away with it in behind the goal. Now coming up with it is Farmingdale. 45 seconds in. No score. Puck now played by Casper back into the neutral zone. Massa will take the puck. He plays it off and hands it over to Cale Dennison. Dennison brings it up over the line. They play it in behind the goal. They've got it now over on the left side. They chop away at it. Almost held in at the blue line. Now coming quickly up over the line the other way is Wager. Wager with a shot. Whistles wide. Played over at the blue line. And now it's still held in for a moment in the Oakland zone. Now it's going to be back there momentarily. And Farmingdale comes up with the puck in the slot over the right side with a shot. Deflected in behind the goal. It's cleared in behind around the net. Rolls around to the right side. Throwing towards the net that time by Sean Post. It rattles over into the right side, into the corner. We've got a minute and a half gone in this opening period. No score. Puck rolls around to the right side again. Another one thrown towards the net. A rebound right into the breadbasket of Dennison. And we got a stoppage of play. We're scoreless in the early going.
Wow, fast-paced first minute of the period. Massa getting a pretty huge hit there by Jennings in the open ice, and then he came right back with a breakaway opportunity. Montgomery came out, challenged the shot, took away the opportunity, but I love the pace of this first minute and a half.
John Fordham and Steve Laurel go in on the face-off, one in the defensive zone by the Golden Grizzlies, but they still play it right in deep in the Oakland end. They chop away at it, played over in the corner by Fox for Farmingdale. They dig away at it over by the left face-off circle. Coming up with it are the Grizzlies. They slow the pace down momentarily deep in their own zone. With it is Artemenko. He dumps it over to center ice. It's going to roll deep in the Farmingdale end, and icing will be the call. 17:50 to go here in this opening period. We're scoreless here on the day one of the ACHA Division III National Tournament.
Both teams having a couple good opportunities here in the first 2:10 of the period. Massa for Oakland, and then for Farmingdale State, Joe DiMartino had a pretty good look in on Dennison as well.
Face-off controlled by the... Oh, there's a one right on in front, right through the goal crease. Another one thrown from an odd angle. Oh, Oakland got away with a good break that time. Farmingdale had a wide open net momentarily. Held in over on top by Chris Stubba. He plays it around. Now it's going to be deflected down into the Farmingdale end. 2.5 gone in this opening period. The Rams with the first big opportunity in this opening period. We're still scoreless. Puck played now in the neutral zone. It rolls into the Oakland end. Ooh, a potential giveaway. Going after it is Conklin for Farmingdale. The Rams have it deep in the Oakland end. They try to get a play in the center. Centering pass tip. It's over on the left face-off circle still. They chop away at it over there. Finally, Oakland comes up with it, and they clear it out into the neutral zone. Hops over the stick of Azera, and it's going to be played by Montgomery around the boards over to the left side. Cleared out of the zone. Casper has it in the neutral zone. They play a little give and go back in the Oakland end. They try to feed one at center ice. Icing will be waived. We're under 3 minutes gone in this opening period, scoreless.
This definitely has a national championship type of feel to it. A lot of good chances up and down the ice as Montgomery puts that one right up against the post and makes the save off an odd angle shot by Massa. But as I said, Lou, just national championship feeling here. Good pace and a lot of opportunities.
When you got Michael Ryan and Zach Massa, two members of that national championship team, breathing down your neck, not a bad idea by Montgomery to hold on to the puck. 16:36 to go, opening period. No score. Casper has it from the point with a shot. Oh, it floated towards the net. Montgomery kicks it away. Here comes Farmingdale. The Rams have it in the neutral zone. They skated up over the line. Coming in on goal with a hefty check. There's a shot deflected up into the safety netting and out of play.
Yeah, good play there by Kenneth Casper to get right in the shooting lane to be able to deflect that one up and out of play off the stick of P.J. DiMartino. Came right down that right wing, looked at a shot, but Casper doing a better job of getting in that lane.
Guido threw one towards the net as well, and then he paid for it after that as the faceoff controlled by Farmingdale with a shot taken by O'Shaughnessy, deflected away by Dennison. Puck in the neutral zone right by the red line, coming back up over the line, O'Shaughnessy, and offsides is going to be the call. 16-12 rather to go, opening period. We're scoreless.
P.J. DiMartino not happy with that offsides call, but nonetheless we'll have a neutral zone draw coming up here. About 4 minutes gone by here in the first period. Both teams having some opportunities. I think so far Farmingdale State's had the better of the looks, even though Oakland's had to put a couple good shots in on Montgomery.
Puck control at center ice. It's now into the Oakland zone, or checked at the Farmingdale zone, and it's going to be played out to center ice. P.J. DiMartino had it momentarily. There's a shot whistled up over the top of the goal by Evan Gregg for Oakland. They come up with the puck, does Farmingdale. Guido had it in behind his own goal. We're down to 15:45 to go in this opening period of a scoreless tie. Puck right loose in for a moment in front of the Rams goal, but O'Shaughnessy will skate it out of the zone. Cross ice pass over to Jennings. Jennings up over the line. He skates it over into the corner. Oakland comes up with it and rolls it around in behind the goal. And the Grizzlies try to clear it, but they don't. Good play by O'Shaughnessy to hold it in. He throws it towards the net, and it's going to be covered up by Dennison. 15:20 to go in this opening period. We are scoreless here at the D3 ACHA National Tournament.
Yeah, I really like the puck pursuit right now of Farmingdale State. Just winning a lot of board battles down low behind Dennison, and they've been able to get things back up to the point to try to create some opportunities off of redirecting traffic out in front.
Off the face-off, skating it around the goal were the Rams, that being number 18, Joe DiMartino. Now the Grizzlies throw it out to center ice, played right at the Farmingdale blue line. With the puck, almost losing it, a nifty play. Brandon Goodis dumps it now into the Farmingdale zone, rattles up off the top of the glass right in front of us at center ice. He throws it back in his own zone to Eric Wolf, the center. Feeds Massa. Here comes the freewheeler up over the line. He throws one towards the net, and Montgomery will have to cover it up as Massa went in for his own rebound. 14:47 to go. We're scoreless. Oakland, Farmingdale State.
Yeah, I think so far Oakland's had about 3 or 4 shots, and Massa's had either 3 out of the 4, or at least 4 good looks on Montgomery, but he has looked very steady in net through the first 5 and a quarter.
Joe Graham went up for the faceoff, but it was controlled by Farmingdale State. There's a little nudge right at center ice. Graham takes the puck. He whistles it up over the line, skates it over to the left side, tries to drop it off for Mercenkowski, and they hold it in momentarily. Now it's back in the neutral zone. Oakland will have to touch up onside, and they do as we're under 14 and a half to go in this scoreless tie. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, if you will, this battle of the heavyweights. There's an attempted shot, but blowing a tire that time was Wager, and the puck is now at center ice. Graham wasn't really expecting that puck, and it's played loose in the Farmingdale end. Now the Rams take it into center ice. They dump it down as they make some wholesale changes on the fly. Dalton Janot has it in behind his own goal. cross-ice pass over to Casper. There's a potential steal. Oh, a little give-and-go opportunity. There's one from the blue line. Whistled up over into the netting by Frank Azera to stop the play with 13:51 to go here in this opening period of a scoreless tie.
Frank Azera with the good opportunity with the shot from the point. And it was, let me see, I just missed his name. It was Conklin who was creating the screen out in front, number 10 in white, looking to get right in the blue paint of Dennison.
Face-off won by the Rams. Nice face-off win for Fordham. Puck thrown in behind the goal. They chop away out on the left face-off circle. There's a shot whistled wide of the goal. And another shot and another one kicked away by Dennison. And it's controlled by Oakland. They flip it out to center ice. Going back after it is Stubba for Farmingdale. It's loose at the blue line, held in by Gregg. He tried to feed and on rushing James Kuntz, but Farmingdale will come up with a puck. 13:22 to go. There's a potential giveaway, but played offsides was Evan Gregg. The face-off will come just outside the Rams' blue line.
For Oakland, I think right now, Lou, you just have to find a way to win a couple board battles in your own zone to get your offense up through the middle of the ice in on Montgomery. They've had some shots on some broken plays and some breakdowns in defense from Farmingdale, but they've got to learn. They've got to try to create some chances off some one battles.
Oakland wins the face-off. They play it deep in their own end. Good play to hold it in at the blue line by Jennings, the defenseman for the Rams. It goes over in the right-hand corner. They dig away at it over there. Janot takes it, tries to make a play over to Barry. It's tipped high in the air. Now it's out into the neutral zone as Farmingdale had to step onside, and a cross-ice pass for Casper. We're down under 13 minutes to go in this opening period of a scoreless tie. Little pass now up over the line. Here comes Najjar. He throws it over in the corner. He's bounced off the puck by Jennings. They chop away at it in behind the goal. They throw it all the way around to the right side. Good play. We get a whistle.
A penalty.
And a stoppage of play. Our first penalty of the night coming up.
It's going to be an interference call here on number 4, Andrew Barry for Oakland.
So Farmingdale will get the first power play opportunity of the night as they come in with a power play percentage, Marcus, at 25.42%. The PK for Oakland this year, 81%.
Last year at Nationals, Farmingdale State was only 2 for 22 on the power play, so I'm sure that's something that head coach Joe Mazey wanted to work on this week in practice.
DiMartino with a cross-ice pass over to the other DiMartino. So they're going to play a little give and go. They're in the slot. Left side, a fake shot. There's one thrown towards the net. High rebound, and we're going to get a hand pass called on Farmingdale. So that should take the face-off just outside the Oakland blue line. 1:38 left in the interference call to Andrew Barry. 12:16 to go. In this opening period, we are scoreless.
Oakland 81% on the penalty kill this season. A very good PK unit for Farmingdale State. You just got to wait for that opportunity and wait for that lane to open up.
DiMartino with a pass to the left side. There's a slapper right into the bread basket of Cody Dennison, and he'll hang on to keep that face off to his right. Deep in the Oakland end with 1:25 to go on the first power play of the night.
Coming up in the first intermission, we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Pete Gibb from Oakland, get his thoughts on the first 20.
As we mentioned, Oakland comes in a 4 seed. First time they've never had the auto bid, 5th straight year to the trip to the Nationals. Off the face-off, DiMartino has it up at the point, skates it over to the slot. He throws one towards the net, and it's kicked away over the left side. Farmingdale comes up with a rebound. DiMartino again over the left side. There's a shot deflected wide. Going after it over in the corner are the Rams. They hold it in at the blue line. A little give and go back over in the corner. It's going to be Joe DiMartino in behind the net. Plays it over to the right side. Back a little give and go on the right side again. DiMartino just waiting to create some time of a play over on the left face-off circle. There's a cross-ice pass, but a good play to hold on to it in the zone by DiMartino. He skates it in between the rings, and he's got number 91 O'Shaughnessy over on the left side, and there's a clear by Oakland. 38 seconds left in the power play. 11:10 to go in this opening period.
Good first minute and a half of the power play for Farmingdale State. Good puck movement. just could not find a lane in on Dennison. I like how they did get some traffic in front of his goal crease as well.
Oh, some pounding right over on the left, or the right side rather, deep in the corner. O'Shaughnessy now has it over on the right side. Check that. There's one thrown towards the net, but kind of a weak shot as the stick was broken that time from Frank Azera. Quickly back up over the line. O'Shaughnessy on the right side. Hit a little drop pass into the slot. Markopoulos with a shot. Oh, it's kicked away over in the corner. Power play time just about up. O'Shaughnessy has it. Tries to throw it towards the net. Instead, it's cleared out in the slot. Here comes Oakland. Here comes a feed to Massa. All alone and on goal with a shot. Kicked away by Montgomery over in the corner. 10:22 to go in this opening period. We're scoreless. They dump it into the zone, does the Rams. They play it over on the right side. Going after it is Gertz for Oakland. They rattle it around the boards. Here comes Massa. He's got Ryan also coming up over the line. Steve Laurel. Laurel plays it over in the corner. He's bounced off the puck. Good play by the Rams on defense. They skate it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Bring it up over the line. Henriksen tries to make a play on it. Instead, it's cleared, and they're going to wave off the icing. Going after the puck was Post. He blew a shoe for a moment, and now they play it over. Good play to hold it in. There's a pass. Massa with a shot, and a stick taken away from him.
It's a slashing call on Farmingdale State.
Yeah, as soon as he looked at the referee, the call was made. 9:40 to go in this opening period. Oakland will go to the power play for the first time tonight. Indeed, it is a slashing call. So 0 for 1 for Farmingdale. Let's see what Oakland does on the power play as we're going to take our first media timeout. 9:40 to go in this opening period. Oakland, Farmingdale, we're scoreless. So far, eh?
God.
Welcome back to the ACHA Division III National Tournament. Oakland going on the power play with a scoreless tie. Their opening power play, 90% penalty kill. That's Farmingdale. One of the reasons why they've been one of the top 2 teams in the country for most of the year. Puck loose out at center ice. There's a huge hit right in the boards right in front of us. Here comes Massa. Massa's got Eric Wolf and Michael Ryan. There's a shot that whistles up over the top of the goal. Massa tries to throw it towards the net, and it's going to be cleared down the other end. 1:40 to go in this opening, or the power play rather. 9:15 to go in this opening period, and we're scoreless.
Yeah, Massa took a little bit of a chop there on those far right wing boards. Check that bottom hand. Looks to be okay as he gets tripped up here at the blue line.
He brings the puck over the line. We're going to get a stoppage of play. Looks like a hand pass again. So this one will be played just outside the Rams blue line. So Marcus, both teams with now one power play opportunity. Let's see if Oakland can take advantage.
Yeah, let's see what they can do about this, as both teams now have had one opportunity. Farmingdale State last year was 65% on the penalty kill, 11 for 16 in the national tournament.
Dalton Janot brings the puck over the line. He throws one that's kicked away from Montgomery. Massa tries to center one. Oh, what another huge collision in the slot, but coming up short-handed over the line. Azaria with a play, and he spun around in front of the goal, and Oakland comes up with it. Wow, a minute to go in the power play. We're down to 8:36 rather in this opening period as Oakland regroups to try to make another power play rush.
Yeah, Ryan and Jeanette did a good job of getting back on defense to negate that opportunity, Lou.
Over on the right side, Nicholas Manzo with a centering pass, backhand with a shot that's kicked away and cleared down the other way. Nonchalantly going after it was Goodis. Also going after it with a head of steam was Joe DiMartino, and we're going to get a penalty call coming up, I believe, to the Golden Grizzlies.
Yep, going to be a holding call on the Grizzlies to negate that power play.
Well, Marcus,
and that was good speed, Lou, by Joe DiMartino.
Well, it looked like Brandon Goodis kind of, I don't want to say nonchalantly, but he didn't go with a full head of steam to go after that puck, and Joe DiMartino took advantage of it, and he created that penalty. So now we'll have 4 skaters aside for 31 seconds, and then the Rams will have 1:29 of a power play opportunity as both teams look to try to break the ice, if you will, in this scoreless tie.
See what Farmingdale State can do. They have been very good with the special teams, power play and 4-on-4.
Here we go, in for the faceoff will be number 91. That's Matt O'Shaughnessy. He goes up against Massa. Puck loose over in the corner. Massa with a little feed now over to Nicholas Manzo. It's dumped back into the Oakland end, going after it quickly. Gertz, but he's being hounded by O'Shaughnessy, it looks like, as now the Grizzlies try to get it out of their own zone. 7:50 to go in this opening period. We are scoreless. 8 seconds left of the 4-on-4, and then we'll get a power play opportunity for a little over a minute and a half for the Rams. The Rams come up with that puck now. They set it up out at center ice. PJ DiMartino up over the line. 1-on-2 with a shot. Long rebound by Dennison, and it's going to be cleared all the way around the boards down into the Rams' end as Oakland will get some fresh legs out.
Dennison doing a good job of getting himself in position to make that save, just right in and out of the glove. Thankfully for him, defense was there to clear it out.
1:19 to go, or 1:05 rather, to go in the power play. 7:15 to go in this opening period. We're scoreless. With the puck over on the right side, Joe DiMartino skates it over to the left side, right side rather, a backhand try. Oh, and it scoots out of the doorstep area, if you will, and it's going to be cleared all the way down to the Farmingdale end, where Montgomery will have to play it in his own goal. Handing it off, DiMartino avoids a big check, hands it off to his brother Joe. Joe in between the rings with a shot. Long rebound off of Dennison over in the corner. Casper will go after it for the Grizzlies. He's being bounced off by Tyler Kraft. They play it over in the corner. It's going to be chopped in behind the goal and rattles around over to the right side where it's played by O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy holds it in over to DiMartino. He throws it over to the left side. Give and go with a shot that whistles wide of the goal. It's over on the right side. 13 seconds left in the power play. Out on top with it is Joe DiMartino. Over on the right side, they play it over there. DiMartino with a shot, and he scores! PJ DiMartino with the goal at 13:48. It's a power play goal, and it's 1-0 Farmingdale.
You know, Lou, it's just a matter of time before Farmingdale was going to find the back of the net. Had really good pressure on that power play, getting traffic to the front of the net. Dennison was fighting a few of them off, and finally DiMartino able to find it high to the glove side of the goaltender.
Well, DiMartino strikes first for Farmingdale. We've got a 1-0 Rams lead. Time of the goal, as I mentioned, 13:48. It's going to be over the right side now. Let's see if Oakland, what they can do to combat this, as the Rams now play it back into the Golden Grizzly zone. Going after it is Artemenko for the Grizzlies. Cross ice pass, long one to Ryan. Ryan throws one in behind the goal. Massa has it, throws it towards the net. Oh, an opportunity for Oakland. Good play to hold it in by Goodis. Goodis plays it over on the left side. Here comes Farmingdale. They've got the puck. They skated up over the line. Azera with it. He tried to feed it on rushing Stubba. It's loose over in the corner. Boy, Oakland might have got away with one there. Now it's played in the neutral zone area. Michael Ryan comes up over the line, over on the right side. He tries to feed one in the corner. It's going to be played now by Farmingdale. 5:15 to go in this opening period. 1-0 in favor of Farmingdale. With the puck in behind the goal, Manzo. He feeds it out over to Graham. Graham to Massa. Here comes Massa. 1-on-4 up over the line. He's held up right at the blue line. And it's it's going to be squirted out to center ice. And as Oakland has to get onside, they're going to make some changes on the fly. 4:56 to go. A 1-0 lead thanks to P.J. DiMartino for Farmingdale.
Icing is the call against Oakland. DiMartino's had a couple good looks at the net on Dennison. As I mentioned, just really good traffic there. Really good puck movement over the last couple power plays that Oakland has given Farmingdale State. And they finally capitalized.
1 out of 2 on the power play for Farmingdale as they've got the 1-0 lead. Puck loose over on the right side, held in though by Jennings. Throws one towards the goal. That's kicked away. And we're going to get another icing call on Oakland as they get it out of the zone. Fours are wild. 4:44 to go in this opening period. 1-0 Farmingdale here on the ACHA Division III National Championship.
Yeah, if you're Oakland right now with 4:44 left, you got to find a way to win the faceoff and set up your offense. Get the puck to Massa into the zone, set things up, because right now Farmingdale St. Louis has done a really good job of winning a lot of battles, and they have really been able to set up their offense with a lot of ease.
Well, Laurel was able to win that faceoff for the Grizzlies in the defensive end. The puck squirts loose out to center ice, but quickly dumped right towards the glove of Dennison, and he's going to hang on because coming in fast and furious that time was Conklin, and that'll keep the faceoff deep in the Oakland end with 4:29 to go.
Faceoff will be to the left of Dennison. This is definitely one of the games that you and I circled on the day one schedule as one that was going to have a lot of energy. It's going to have a lot of hype. A lot of very talented players on both teams, and both teams being very hungry to get back to the national championship, and as well with Farmingdale getting there for the first time.
Oakland wins the faceoff, but having trouble with the puck was Laurel. It's back over the line. Coming up with it was Jennings. He threw one towards Dennison, and he gloved it off. Marcus, one thing to keep an eye on with Dennison as well. We noticed this in the regionals. He gives up a lot of long rebounds, and right there in the last couple of plays, he's gloved them off. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well with this high-powered Farmingdale offense. Face off over to the right of Dennison. They chop away at it, and Farmingdale comes up with it with a shot that's whistled wide of the goal. They dig away at it over in the corner now, playing it as O'Shaughnessy. Casper picks his pocket momentarily. They still chop away at it, and Oakland comes up with it. Here comes Kuntz up over. He brings it up over the line. He tries to feed Evan Gregg, and they're both bounced off the puck. Up over the line, O'Shaughnessy comes in on goal with a play. Oh, and what a save by Dennison to keep it a 1-0 lead. Puck loose out at center ice. Here comes Oakland now up over the line. Kuntz comes in on goal. He feeds it on coming Gregg, but a good poke check by the Rams to keep it out of the goal. Here's the puck out at center ice. They dig away at it right at the red line, and it's going to be lifted towards the goal. Montgomery will play that knuckleball. 3:28 to go with a 1-0 Farmingdale lead. In behind the goal, Farmingdale regroups. They try to get it out of the zone. Andrew Berry plays it. He throws it away, or throws it towards the net. That's kicked away by Montgomery. Puck right out in front, and it's deflected out towards the blue line. Here comes Markopoulos. He's coming up over the line. He tries a drop pass. There's a shot. That's deflected. Oh, DiMartino with an opportunity for Farmingdale. There's one, a centering play out to the blue line instead. Right side with a shot off the glove of Dennison. They throw it in behind the goal. Casper goes after it. He tries to feed Ryan Schulte. There's a play right at the blue line. 3-on-4 the other way. Tipped over into the zone. Dominic Najjar plays it over in the corner. 2:40 to go in this opening period. They chop away at it over on the left side, and coming up with it is Stubba for Farmingdale, and he's going to direct traffic to lead on this latest rush for the Rams. They skate it into the neutral zone. Up over the line, Markopoulos. He tries to make a play on it with a shot. Whistles up over the top of the goal. Held in at the blue line with another shot. Taken by Stubba, and Dennison will hang on. 2:16 to go here in this opening period. Farmingdale 1, Oakland 0.
Yeah, a couple breakdowns in the Oakland defense. Lou allowed a couple breakaways for Azera and Markopoulos. Dennison did a good job to get himself in position to make the save. We'll see how he does here the last 2 minutes.
Face-off controlled by Farmingdale, they chop it up by the blue line. Cross-ice pass going after it is Hendrickson, but coming up with it is Oakland. Ryan dumps it out of the zone out to center ice, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. We've got 2:03 to go in this opening period. A P.J. DiMartino goal on the power play is the difference so far at 13:48. 1-0 our score, and it looks like Oakland now will go on their second power play of the night.
Roughing is the call, Lou, on Hendrickson. 2 minutes for roughing. So Oakland going on the power play for the second time.
Face-off fought for, and it's going to be controlled by Oakland. They hold it in at the blue line. Up on top with it is Kuntz. Kuntz throws it towards the net. It's deflected wide. Played now and cleared but not out. Good play to hold it in by Janot. Janot has it on the left side. Down to 1:45 left in this opening period. Janot left face-off circle. He feeds one that's deflected. Michael Ryan couldn't make a play on it. They dig away at it over in the corner. Going after it over there now. Farmingdale comes up with it, and they'll clear it the length of the ice. There's a 3-second differential between the power play and the end of the first period. 1-0 Farmingdale as the Golden Grizzlies come up with it. Here comes Massa with a shot. Oh, Montgomery gave up a juicy rebound, but nobody there to take advantage of it, and the Rams will clear it the length of the ice. Dennison will hand it off to Nicholas Manzo. Manzo being hounded momentarily. Good play to hound him by P.J. DiMartino as Oakland now will regroup on the power play. We're under a minute to go in the period. 54 seconds left in the roughing call. Coming up over the line with the puck, Evan Gregg. Gregg has it on the left side. He just throws it towards the back of the goal, and it's deflected up into the safety netting and out of play. As Marcus mentioned at the end of the first intermission, he will get a chance to talk with Pete Gibb, the head coach of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. 49.7 seconds left to go in this opening period. As I mentioned, at 13:48, it was P.J. DiMartino on the power play, the 1-0 score here tonight. On top with the puck is Goodis. Goodis dumps it over in the corner, but a good play by DiMartino, but he couldn't get it out of the zone. Over on the right side with a shot. Oh, it whistles up over the top of the goal, and it will be cleared by the Rams out to center ice. Manzo will backtrack with it. He's being hounded closely by Steve Azera. He comes up with it. Now he's bounced off the puck. They chop away at it over there. We're under 20 seconds to go in the period. And here comes Oakland. Oakland trying to convert on their second power play. Oh, and he avoiding a check was Nick Manzo over in the corner. They roll it around the boards. We're down to 5 seconds left in the period. Held in, and we're down to 3 seconds. Both teams at full strength. Quickly up over the line, O'Shaughnessy, but he's unable to make the play, and that's going to do it. 20 minutes in the books here in this opening day of the 2018 National Championships in the ACHA Division 3. The difference of the game so far, a power play goal by P.J. DiMartino at 13:48 has given us a 1-0 Farmingdale State lead. Pete Gibb, the head coach, talking things over with the referees along with his assistant coaches, and then Marcus Grosnick will get a few words from the head coach, and we might be able to get that right now, so let's see. Well, momentarily we'll get that from Marcus as both teams are getting off the ice and having a couple of last words with the referees, as again we've got a 1-0 lead for Oakland. And now let's go to Marcus Grosnick as he's got head coach Pete Gibb.
All right, we're here with head coach Pete Gibb of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And coach, down 1-0 after the first 20 minutes. What did you like out of your team's play that you guys can carry over in the period number 2?
To be honest, I didn't like a ton. First game of Nationals, I thought maybe there were some nerves there. Credit to Farmingdale. They were really energetic, really aggressive. And I think, we haven't adjusted to that quite yet. They're running around, they're finishing every check. And I think we need to to do a little bit more of that. We also need to stay out of the box. They've got a good power play, and we can't put them up on the man advantage there.
And talking about Cody Dennison, his first trip to nationals, how do you think he did in goal, and maybe what are some things your defense can do to maybe help him out and clear some pucks out of the blue paint?
We just have to anticipate better. Pucks going to the wall. We have to be first to battles. We've got to win a few more battles along the wall. Cody's been unbelievable for us, especially the second semester. He's been a real rock back there. We can rely on him to make those saves. That shorthanded goal is not on him at all. He's been great that first period, and we're looking to continue that into the second.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks a lot, and good luck the last 40.
All right, thanks, Marcus.
All right, Lou, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Marcus. 20 minutes in the books. Don't go anywhere. These two heavyweights have 40 minutes at least left to go here before we decide the outcome of this one. 1-0 in favor of Farmingdale here on the ACHA Division III National Tournament. 20 minutes in the books. As we mentioned, welcome back to the ACHA Division III National Championship Tournament. And it's Farmingdale State Marcus with a 1-0 lead. Marcus Grosnick along with yours truly, Lou Gamlin and Marcus. This game promised to be a dandy, as we mentioned, and it has not disappointed.
Great 20 minutes of hockey. As I mentioned in that frame, it is definitely a national championship kind of game. A lot of big speed up and down the ice, some pretty big hits, good goaltending, and as you heard Pete Gibbs say, he was very proud and pleased of how Cody Dennison played in goal. Just got to get a little help from his defense and the offense to get this team back into play. On the other side for Farmingdale State, I'll get to talk to Coach Joe Mazie in the second intermission, but I'm sure he's happy with the way they were able to shut down Massa through the neutral zone, and honestly really didn't give up a lot of opportunities. They were perfect 2 for 2 on the penalty kill.
Well, I really liked the speed of Farmingdale in that first 20 minutes. I thought they carried the play to Oakland, and you know, excuse me, with the Grizzlies, at times they showed the speed that has given them a national championship 2 years ago and what you would say a Final 8 appearance last year, but I think they have to build on that as well. But these two teams, what a fun game to watch. Two high-quality programs that have 40 minutes left of some great hockey.
A lot of time left in this game. A lot of things can happen in the last 40. Oakland just has to come out with a little bit more of a sense of urgency, I think, in the first 10 minutes of this second period. And for Farmingdale State, you just got to continue to do what you've been doing, and that is winning neutral zone battles and really doing a good job of being hard on the puck and winning some board battles away from Oakland, taking away chances and creating some for yourself.
Well, both teams are going to switch ends, and that will mean that Farmingdale will be going right to left on your computer screen. They are in their home white jerseys with the black and silver trim, while the Oakland Golden Grizzlies in their road brown jerseys, with their black jerseys rather, with the brown and white trim. Head coach Pete Gibb, last minute instructions to his Grizzlies. Head coach Joe Mazie, last minute instructions to his Farmingdale State Rams.
Farmingdale will be moving right to left on your screen in the home white jerseys with white socks, black pants, and black helmets. Oakland moving left to right in their black jerseys, black pants, socks, and helmets.
And Farmingdale will be starting this second period on the power play. I'm sorry I missed that penalty right at the end of the period, so a huge break for the Rams as they'll come out 5-on-4. It'll be a 2-minute minor. I did not see what the penalty was at the end of the period, but it looks like it's going to be on Steve Laurel as he's sitting in the sin bin for 2 minutes. And Oakland now will dump it into the Farmingdale zone, and DiMartino, the goal scorer, brings it up over the line, skates it over on the left side. He stops with the puck, looking for O'Shaughnessy up at the point. Instead, DiMartino skates it over. He passes it quickly over to the right side. With the puck over there is Halverson. Halverson dumps it over to the left side to Joe DiMartino. He skates it in behind the goal. He stops and directs traffic. O'Shaughnessy with it over on the left side. He does an about face, feeds it out on top to DiMartino. DiMartino with a shot. Whistles up over the top of the goal. Halverson plays it over there on the right side. He gets it in by the right face-off circle. On top to DiMartino. DiMartino back to Halverson. Halverson with a shot. Deflected before it got to the goal. Skips over to Joe DiMartino. Passes it over to PJ. PJ throws it over to the left side. A little give and nip dipsy-doo to O'Shaughnessy. And it's deflected up into the safety netting.
It's going to be 2 minutes for interference on Laurel there at the 20-minute mark right at the end of the period. Good puck movement by Farmingdale State in that first power play unit on the ice for a whole minute. Created some chances, and O'Shaughnessy just lifted that last chance up and out of play.
1 minute left in that minor to Laurel for interference. 18:59 to go in the second period. With the puck on top is Markopoulos. Markopoulos takes it on top, passes it over to the right side, or to the center rather, to Jennings. Jennings skates it over to the right side. There's a shot deflected before before it got towards the goal. Rolls over to the left side, skating with it now is Markopoulos. Markopoulos throws one to the left side, and it skates out on top. Markopoulos has it. He plays it over, a little give and go on top with DiMartino, or check that with Jennings, and it's going to be gloved off by Dennison. 31 seconds left in the power play, 18:40 to go here in this second period, a 1-0 Ram lead.
Yeah, you heard Coach Pete Gibb in the intermission talk about how his team needs to not be taking penalties with how good Farmingdale State's power play has been this season, and taking one right at the end of the period is not something you want to do with a clean sheet of ice to come out in the second period.
Wager over on the right side, a cross-ice pass over to the other side of Markopoulos. Markopoulos out on top. There's a shot. Oh, a long rebound. Juicy one at that. And Oakland's going to come up with it. They play it off the glass and dump it all the way down the other end. Montgomery will have to stop it and hand it off to Mike Jennings as the power play is now over. Both teams at full strength. Skating it up over the line. We're going to get an offside call on Farmingdale. That'll bring the face-off just outside the Oakland zone. So another power play killed by the Grizzlies. 17:53 to go. Second period, 1-0 Farmingdale.
Another penalty killed off by the Golden Grizzlies. But Farmingdale State just continuing to create those opportunities, really taking Oakland out of their game plan. And Farmingdale State has done a very good job of sticking to theirs.
There's one deflected right out in front at the doorstep, kicked away. There's one loose again, but Oakland comes up with it. Trying to make a play on it was Artemenko for Oakland. Skates it over to Ryan. Ryan dumps it over in the corner. He's bounced off the puck by Guido. They still come up with it. They collide in behind the goal. Laurel tried to make a play on it, but a good play by the Rams. Held in by Janot, threw one towards the goal. Rattles over to the left side. They come away with it, and it looked like Massa tried to make a play on it, but he got bounced off the puck. Good play by the Rams to come up with a good back check to get the puck out of the zone. Little give and go, and there's one right in front of us for good measure. Laurel bounced around by Halverson. Backtracking with the puck are the Rams. O'Shaughnessy tries to make a play on it. Now he leads the rush up over the line with a slapper. Kicked away by Dennison over in the corner. Dennison loses sticks in the process. So it's over right by the right face-off circle. Now he gets another player's stick, and they look for it right at the left face-off circle. Now it skates around in behind the goal. A little confusion by the goaltender. There's a shot. Oh, it's loose at the doorstep. Oh, there's another one, a rebound, and they score! Little confusion in front of the net. The goaltender, Dennison, was without his stick, and it's going to be a goal this time by Matt O'Shaughnessy. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 26 seconds, and we've got a 2-0 lead for Farmingdale State.
Just helter-skelter there for a good 30-40 seconds in front of Dennison, as you mentioned. Lost his stick, got one from his defenseman. As soon as he got the stick back, there were bodies all up in the blue paint, and finally it was O'Shaughnessy that was able to put home the third chance opportunity.
Here comes Farmingdale again. Drop pass with a shot. It's loose, and Dennison will cover it up. Coming up over the line, Markopoulos tried to make it 3-0 right away. So now Farmingdale with a 2-goal lead, 2-0 over Oakland.
Unassisted goal by Matt O'Shaughnessy. And Farmingdale State stretches their to a 2-goal lead here early on in the second.
Face-off, Wigger controls it. Now it bounces in behind the Oakland goal. Here come the Golden Grizzlies. Here's a feed for Greg. Greg with a pass up over the line. Kuntz tried to make a play on it, and he's bounced off the puck over in the corner. They throw it around the goal. Manzo has it at the point. He throws one towards the net. Oh, it deflects wide of the goal. Going after Dennison for Oakland. There's one taken from the blue line by Gertz, and it's going to go right in the breadbasket of Stephen Montgomery, and he holds on. 15:59 to go in the second period. A 2-0 lead thanks to the unassisted goal by Matt O'Shaughnessy.
Really like Montgomery's ability to come out and challenge the shot on the top of the blue paint, cut down that angle, was able to soak it up without a rebound.
Defensive draw win by Farmingdale. They throw it out to center ice, and the Grizzlies will come up with it, though. Right there, they try to clear it into the Farmingdale zone, but instead it's thrown in behind the Oakland goal. 2-0 Farmingdale with the lead, with the puck over in the corner, though, is Dennison for Oakland. He throws it out to center ice. They try to make a play on it. Instead, coming up over the line, Conklin tried to make a play, and his shot deflected. Oakland comes up, but they can't clear it out of the zone. It's loose over by the left face-off circle, now dumped out to center ice. Playing it back there is Jewell for Farmingdale. He throws it cross ice, and it trickled into the Oakland zone. But here come the Golden Grizzlies, but then a good poke check by Farmingdale. 2-on-2 the other way. They bring it into the Oakland zone, but a good defensive play that time by Gertz. Puck loose out at center ice, up over the line. Marcinkowski with a shot. It's deflected before he got there, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. 15:02 to go in this second period. We've got a 2-0 hockey game. Farmingdale over Oakland here on the ACHA National Tournament.
Looks like Guido's going to get a game misconduct here. Just got teed up. So it'll force Oakland to get on the power play here. Let's see if they can't create some opportunities off this odd man advantage. They are 0 for 2 tonight on that rush.
Well, this will be their opportunity to cut into that 2-0 lead as they'll go on the power play. It's going to be James Kuntz taking the face-off. It looks like he'll go up against Matt O'Shaughnessy to the right of Stephen Montgomery. Again, the penalty kill mark is for Farmingdale. 90%. One of the top penalty kill outfits in the country.
And Oakland was 21.7% this year on the man advantage.
Here we go with the face-off again, deep in the Farmingdale zone. It's loose right at the doorstep, and a good play by Farmingdale to come up with it. Short-handed up over the line, coming on goal with a shot. That's deflected wide. Oakland now will play it out to center ice, and here comes Massa. Massa 3-on-1 with a shot that whistles wide. Dumped over in the corner was the rebound. Up at the point, Janot has it. Plays it over to the left side. With it is Michael Ryan. He plays it over in the corner. Eric Wolf goes after it. 2-0 Farmingdale. Oakland on the power play. Puck rolls and it's deflected off the referee. A break for Farmingdale, and it deflects out to center ice. O'Shaughnessy tries to make a play on it. Massa comes up with it, but his pass is deflected deep in the Oakland end. 1:17 left in the power play. 14:15 to go in this second period. 2-0 Oakland. Oakland brings it up over the line. There's a play made that time by Dennison. There's a shot by Massa that whistles wide. A centering pass deflected over into the corner. O'Shaughnessy will take a shot to get it out of the zone. Played over to the right side to Massa. Massa has it in the slot. Massa tries to make a play on it. Good defensive play so far by Farmingdale. There's a drive. Long rebound. Nobody home for Oakland. Farmingdale comes up with it. 2-on-2. Up over the line, Markopoulos on the left side with a shot. Whistles up into the safety netting. 39 seconds left in the power play. 13:41 to go in this second period. 2-0 Rams.
Markopoulos got away with a slash there on Massa right on the hands. That's like the second or third time that he's caught a stick in the hands in this game. And a good penalty kill so far for Farmingdale State.
13:40 to go in the second period. As I mentioned, a 2-0 lead for the Rams. The latest goal by O'Shaughnessy in this second period. Oakland with a chance to cut that lead in half on the power play. They dump it into the Farmingdale zone. Montgomery will rattle it around the boards, rather. They play it over on the right side. Played out on top to Cale Dennison. Dennison tries to throw it in the corner, but it's deflected. Now it's out at center ice. Going after it, making a play on it was Manzo. Hands it to Laurel. Laurel tries to skate it over in the corner. He does, and now in behind the Farmingdale goal. Goes around to the right side, out on top with it. Casper has it. Goodis with it. Goodis now plays it over to Manzo. Manzo, he's bounced with a huge check off the boards over in the corner. Both teams at full strength, and going back after it, Brandon Goodis.
Farmingdale State still perfect on the penalty kill tonight, 3 for 3. And they have done a really good job of being the smaller team out of the two, being very physical with Oakland.
And Oakland will come up with the puck right at their own blue line. They play it down into the Farmingdale zone. 12:40 to go here in the second period, a 2-0 lead. Taking a little about face, Nick Manzo. He brings it up over the line. His pass deflected. He tried to throw it over in the corner. Here comes Farmingdale quickly after it. Oh, a big hit right at center ice. But Azaria was looking for it as he kind of held up right at the last second with a cross-ice pass. Played that time by Manzo. He tried to play it over to Schulte. Schulte dumps it in the zone quickly, but here comes Halverson. Halverson might try to make a play on it. Instead, it's dumped over in the corner. Whistled up over there as Farmingdale will try to play it around the boards. Good play, stolen away with a shot. Deflected, it's right on in front. Oh, it's loose at the doorstep. And Montgomery will come up with a huge save. One of the best opportunities of the night for Oakland, but it's still kept a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Barry right in all alone, tried to go high glove on Montgomery, got a shot off, and then it kind of laid loose right in the blue paint. Nobody was able to knock it home, and you saw Barry look to the heavens because you know he had a really good opportunity to get his team on the board.
Farmingdale wins the defensive faceoff as they throw it into the corner. Good faceoff win for Wager. Now the puck rolls in behind the Farmingdale goal. They throw it around the boards, and now it goes out to center ice. Backtracking after the puck is Dalton Janot. Janot dumps it into the Farmingdale zone. Skating after it is Sean Post for the Rams. He tries to dump it out of the zone, and now it's going to be played right at the blue line. They were able to hold it in, but it whistles in behind the goal. Going after it is Jewell for Farmingdale. They play it now out to center ice. Casper will have it. He skates it over to Janot. Janot will play it quickly over to Marcinkowski. He dumps it into the corner as Oakland tries to make a couple of changes. They play it in the neutral zone area as Janot dumps it towards the goal, and it's just going to be gloved off by Stephen Montgomery. That'll keep the face-off deep in the Farmingdale end as we're approaching 11 minutes left in the second period, Marcus. Farmingdale still pitching that 2-0 shutout.
Yeah, the last 3-4 minutes of this game has really been played down in the Farmingdale state zone and the neutral zone. Dennison hasn't seen a lot of shots to see if Farmingdale can get the momentum back in their favor. Michael
Ryan tried to win the face-off. It appeared that he did for a moment, but instead Oakland has to backtrack after the puck. Here they come up over the line, 3-on-2. Massa comes in with a shot. Oh, it's loose at the doorstep for a moment. Farmingdale able to come up with it. Here comes O'Shaughnessy up over the line. He makes a spin move to avoid a big check, and it's lifted out to center ice. Massa comes up with it. He's crunched as he brings it up over the line. Here's a feed to Ryan, but a poke check, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty call away from the ice, or away from the play, by the referee away from the play, rather, and that'll stop things with 10.5 to go in this second period. We got a 2-0 hockey game, power play for Oakland.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy got caught up with Massa on that far side. It's probably going to be a holding call.
So another power play opportunity for the Golden Grizzlies to try to cut this lead in half to make it a 2-1 game. They trail 2-0. They've had their opportunities, as Marcus has mentioned, haven't been able to cash in this last 5 minutes. Face-off won by the Golden Grizzlies up on the point. Manzo plays it over to the right side. There's a shot. It's loose, and they score! Steve Laurel, a power play goal, and just like that, we've got a 2-1 hockey game as Oakland cuts the lead in half. Time of the goal, 9 minutes and 37 seconds.
Definitely what Oakland needed to do there, Lewis. Capitalize on a mistake. A rebound was given up. Laurel was not going to miss from 10 feet out in front of Montgomery. And they cut the lead in half, 2-1, their first power play goal of the night. 3 goals on the day, 2 on the man advantage.
Well, Marcus, you mentioned that the play, for the most part, had been deep in the Farmingdale end the last 6 or 7 minutes, and finally Oakland was able to cash in. We'll see who keeps the momentum now. Puck loose deep in the Oakland end. 2-1 game now. Oakland trailing by 1. Farmingdale, though, with an out-angled shot. Oh, and it got tied up in the padding of number 35, that freshman goaltender, Cody Dennison. So we've got a 2-1 hockey game. Oakland now only down by 1.
See what Oakland does here with the momentum, especially knowing that they're going to have a TV timeout here. Next full-strength whistle.
Defensive faceoff won by Oakland. Massa will try to clear it out of the zone. They do. It's out in the neutral zone area, but quickly coming up over the line. DiMartino with a shot. Deflected before it got to goal. Halverson throws one towards the net, and Dennison will gobble it up. And indeed, we're just about there for our media timeout. 9:50 to go here in this second period. We got a big one brewing here, Marcus. 2-1. Oakland trailing Farmingdale here on the ACHA Division III National Tournament.
Jeez. That's a barn burner, man.
Oh, man, I know it.
Holy Lord. Lindsay, do you know what the score is? 3-3. Thank you.
Ready? Well, here we go out of the media timeout. Farmingdale State now with a 1-goal lead thanks to the power play goal scored by Steve Laurel as he's cut that lead to 2-1. Face-off will be deep in the Oakland end, though. One of the things I liked about Farmingdale there, Marcus, even though they gave up the goal, they're not playing on their heels. They're keeping that pressure on.
Both teams with tremendous pressure. Oakland starting to get the momentum back in their favor after that goal by Laurel. That's definitely what they needed. As you heard Pete Gibb in the intermission say, they just need to be better in all facets, and that is going to start here tonight with the power play.
Janot plays it up over in the corner, held in, though. Wolfter tried to make a play on it. It's still loose over by the left face-off circle. Cross-ice pass, a little too soft, if you will, and here comes Farmingdale. O'Shaughnessy up over the line, faked the slapper. Throws one towards the net, kicked away wide. Halverson tried to come up with a rebound. Whoa, another huge check. Massa bites the bullet on that one as DiMartino went after it. There's a shot loose by the doorstep. Another potential giveaway. Farmingdale throws it towards the corner. DiMartino plays it in behind the goal. Rattles out to the blue line, now cleared out to center ice. Here comes Massa. Drop pass for Ryan. Ryan over on the right side with a shot. Whistles up over the top of the goal. Casper holds it in. Now it's played out to center ice. Janot plays it to Massa. Massa brings it up over the line. Throws one towards the back of the goal. Ryan goes after it, dumps it up over in the corner. Eric Wolf tries to play it. He's being bounced off the puck by Jennings. They dig away at it over in the corner. There's one deflected high up off the rafters and out of play. 8:37 to go here in this second period. We've got a barn burner. 2-1 Farmingdale over Oakland.
It's been a hard-hitting affair. Massa's been in the middle of a lot of those hard hits, especially early on in that first period. And Farmingdale State just trying to get themselves back into this game. Still up 2-1, but trying to get that momentum swung back in their favor.
Back in behind the goal, playing the puck was good, and they score! Just like that, Oakland's got a 2-2 tie. Right off the face-off, I believe it's going to be James Kuntz, and we've got ourselves a 2-2 tie here at the 11:32 mark of this second period.
Good things happen when you throw the puck to the front of that, and Kuntz is the one that was going to poke it home underneath the 5-hole of Montgomery.
So just like that, we've got a 2-2 tie, and Oakland has come back from a 2-goal deficit. Puck played out at center ice, held in at the Oakland blue line. They play it now deep in the Farmingdale end. We've got 8:15 to go in the second period, as I mentioned. Oakland with the tying goal, but the puck is deep in the Oakland end. It rattles around the blue line, now out to center ice. Cross ice pass to Jewell. Jewell has it at the blue line. He tries to clear it out of the neutral zone. Now it's played in the Oakland end. Here's a giveaway. boy coming up with the puck with a play. Oh, and a feed, but it went hopped over the stick of Wager. It's over by the right face-off circle. Here's a cross-ice pass out to center ice. Playing it up in the neutral zone is Jewell. He plays it over to Markopoulos. He dumps it up over in the corner. They play it over there. They kick away at it. Held in with a drive right into the glove of Dennison. That one taken up at the point by Philip Jewell. 7:38 to go here in the second period. We've got a 2-2 tie.
You really look at the power that's been coming through the middle of the ice. Kuntz, Massa, Jeanette. Dennison's looked good too in the second period as he did in the first. Now he's starting to get a little bit of offense and defensive help from his guys out in front.
Oh my, a big juicy rebound kicked off the pad by Dennison. Fortunately for Oakland, Farmingdale wasn't able to come up with it, but they've got control of the puck in the neutral zone. They skated out to center ice. Coming up with it now is Henriksen. Henriksen comes up over the line, over by the right face-off circle. Skated right at the doorstep. And I think we're going to get a penalty call coming up to Oakland.
Yep.
And that'll put Farmingdale back on the power play. Just what the doctor ordered if you're a Rams fan.
Let's see what the call. I did not see what the initial call is. Probably a holder and interference.
Oakland's claiming something maybe after the whistle, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're still going to get the power play for Farmingdale.
The referee talking to the assistant captain, Dalton Jeanette.
We've got 7:14 to go in the second period, so Farmingdale, they were up 2-0 early in the second period, but Oakland has stormed back to tie this one up at 2. O'Shaughnessy will take the face-off here on the power play up against Michael Ryan, and it's cleared, but not out, held in at the blue line. O'Shaughnessy skates it over to the left side, a little give and go on top to DiMartino. He plays it over to Kraft. There's a shot deflected up over in the corner. Casper tries to dig away at it, shorthanded for Oakland. Farmingdale skates it out on top with it in between the rings, over to the right side now. They try to set up the power play. DiMartino has it. He throws one towards the net, deflected high over into the corner. It's played now over to the right side. Skating it over there in the corner is Jewell. He throws one towards the net, kicked away by Dennison. Rolls over to the left side. Played over in the corner by Kraft. Kraft has it over by the left face-off circle. Skates it out on top to DiMartino. There's a slapper, unangled shot from the right side, right into the bread basket of Cody Dennison, and the freshman hangs on. 1:10 to go in the power play. We've got twos are wild in the second period, a 2-2 tie.
The penalty is on Laurel. 2 minutes for roughing after the penalty or after the whistle. That's which causes the fourth power play tonight for Farmingdale, already 1 for 3.
Off the face-off, they play it out on top to the Rams as DiMartino, he throws one towards the net. Oh, a rebound that's thrown away right at the last minute. Kraft has it over on top to DiMartino. DiMartino again throws one towards the net. Shoulder save by Dennison. They play it up over in the corner now. It's still over on the right side with a shot, and now it's back out to the face-off circle. Now they play it over the left side. A little give and go right out in front. It's loose at the doorstep. Oh, they all scrum for it right in front of the goal, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 5:52 to go in the second period. We are tied at 2.
Farmingdale doing a really good job of getting bodies to the front of the net in on Dennison. Puck was loose there for a while, just could not poke that puck free. Still got a lot of time on this power play with less than 6 to go.
The face-off will be to the left of Dennison. It'll be Wager taking the face-off, going up against Michael Ryan, controlled by the Rams. They started out on top again, this time on the left side, Markopoulos. Markopoulos plays it over. There's a shot deflected. Actually, it was a broken shot, if you will, and it's played out in the neutral zone area. Now it's going to be backtracked by Wolf. Now they lift it out to center ice. 18 seconds left in the power play. 5.5 to go in this second period. We've got a 2-2 tie. Skating it up out of the neutral zone will be Wager. Plays it, or he drops it off over the right side with a shot. Loose with a rebound over in the corner, and it's deflected wide. It's going to roll out to the neutral zone, and both teams now at full strength. Laurel comes out of the box. A drop pass with a shot taken by Wager right into the bread basket of Cody Dennison again. We're approaching 5 minutes left to go in the second period, Marcus. Both teams tied at 2.
Dandy of a period now, 1 for 4 in the power plays, Farmingdale State, but even on that full-strength rushes here late in the period, they are creating some chances on Dennison like they did early on in the first.
Definitely this ice has tilted more towards the Oakland end as another shot off the face-off is gloved off by Dennison, and we've got 5 minutes left to go in this second period. And Marcus, you'll get a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazey at the second intermission.
Tomorrow's schedule, Georgia and Oakland at 11 a.m., Farmingdale State and the Cornhuskers of Nebraska at 5:30.
We get a face-off over to the right side. Played out to center ice. Michael Ryan plays it at the red line. It's dropped into neutral zone still. Ryan dumps it back. Here's a feed. Halverson tried to make a play on it. He does. Here's a cross-ice pass. Here's a drop one for O'Shaughnessy. Little give and go. Oh, that's loose at the doorstep. They whack away at it right out in front. And Dennison will make the play. Oh, and he's throwing on his backside. Oh, both teams a little scrum now. It's taken a while for something like this to happen, but when you got two teams that are, this talented, and it's getting down to crunch time already, and we're over halfway through this game, this was going to happen. We've got a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a couple penalties here for both teams. I think it'll be 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes.
I believe you're right, Marcus. 15-22 the time of the penalties, and it looks like from what I can tell, it looks like Eric Wolf is going to sit in the sin bin.
As is PJ DiMartino, number 55.
PJ, of course, got the first goal of the night for Farmingdale, so we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey, as you mentioned, as we are in the latter stages of this second period. A 2-2 tie. Farmingdale jumped out to a 2-0 lead, thanks to O'Shaughnessy to get that a 2-0 lead, and then Steve Laurel and James Kuntz, the equalizers, if you will, to make it a 2-2 tie. As we're getting a discussion now out at center ice with the captains, Conklin for Farmingdale and Ryan for Oakland.
And I think we got everything sorted out now, so it should be 4-on-4. Yep, 2 2-minute minors up on the board, most likely for roughing, with 4:36 left here in the second frame.
Marcus, do you expect anything less from these two giants of the D3?
I would not expect anything less. This is, like we said, you and I both looked at the schedule, and when we saw we were going to be doing this game, we knew it was going to be a dandy. We knew it was going to be hard-hitting, fast-paced, and a very close game. No blowouts here.
Drop pass for Kuntz. He skates it into the neutral zone, avoids a check, comes up over the line. He tries to make a play on it over in the corner. Nifty move by Kuntz to come in towards the goal. It's at the doorstep, and Montgomery will cover it up. A wise move, as that'll keep the face-off deep in the Farmingdale end, but we've got 1:40 left on the 4-on-4. 4:18 to go here in this second period. 2-2 our score.
Let's see what Farmingdale State can do here in the defensive zone. If they can win a draw, clear this one back out.
They chop at the face-off. It is in behind the Farmingdale zone, and they'll look to direct traffic as the pass is over to Wager. Wager plays it at center ice, bounced off the puck, but coming up with it is Markopoulos. Markopoulos bounced off the puck a little bit. Casper made a good poke check. It's loose over in the corner. Kuntz goes after it, and he's going to just make a little drop pass as Oakland now will direct traffic and bring it out of the zone. 1:12 to go in the 4-on-4. They dump it over in the corner. They make a couple of changes. Coming out onto the ice is Laurel for Oakland, and also we've got O'Shaughnessy coming out for Farmingdale. Puck played in the neutral zone by Janot. Janot has it at center ice, brings it up over the line. What a poke check by O'Shaughnessy, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Oakland penalty here. 6 men on the ice. Too many men.
Yeah, what a nifty play by O'Shaughnessy there at center ice, Marcus. That kind of facilitated that play. And we're going to get a little bit of an argument maybe by Ryan. He wants maybe an explanation, but you're right. It's going to be 4-on-3 for about 53 seconds. We've got 3.5 minutes to go in this second period. A 2-2 tie. The top seed in the pool, Farmingdale, and the 4th seed, that being Oakland. So a huge power play opportunity now for Farmingdale.
4-on-3, Lou, a lot of extra ice right now that they can move that puck around.
Michael Ryan will stay in and take the face-off as he will have Casper to his right. Taking the face-off, it looks like it's Kraft for Farmingdale. They dig away at it at the right face-off circle, and here come the Rams. They've got control of the puck over on the left side. O'Shaughnessy tries to feed it, and it's going to be kicked away by Dennison. Nifty move to throw it towards the net, but Dennison was up to the task.
Good direct redirection out of play. He has really done a good job, I think, tonight of just controlling his rebounds. When he's had a chance to steer it into the corner, he has. Otherwise, he's been really good at soaking up the puck and taking down the angle.
Out at the point with the puck is O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy at the blue line. Dumps it over in the corner now as they look to set the power play up. O'Shaughnessy, nifty move. Tries to make a backhand pass, and it's deflected. There's one loose. Right up in midair. It's still loose. And a good play by the Grizzlies that clear it all the way down. And Montgomery will play it. 18 seconds left in the 4-on-3, but we'll still have about 1 minute and 7 seconds left of the power play after that for Farmingdale. They skated up over the line. With it over there is O'Shaughnessy on the left side. Tried to throw one towards the net. Good defensive play by Manzo, and he kind of took a little bit off that shot. Here we go, 5-on-4. They throw it over in the corner. Going after it over there is Manzo. Plays it around the boards, held in by DiMartino. He drops it over to the left side as Halverson plays it back to DiMartino. Plays it over to the right side. They redirect it now. There's one thrown towards the goal, and a rebound over in the corner. They still come up with a loose puck to the Rams. We're down to about 2 minutes left to go here in this second period. There's one right at the doorstep, and it's deflected wide. Here comes DiMartino out on top. He skates it out at the blue line over by the slot. Throws it over to the right side. Back on top to DiMartino. Little give and go over on the right side. They play it over by the face-off circle. DiMartino has it on top. Passes it over to O'Shaughnessy, and it's going to be deflected and gobbled up by Dennison. 1:50 to go here in this second period. 21 seconds left in the Wolf penalty for too many men on the ice, and we've got a 2-2 tie. Don't forget, coming up at the end of the second period, we will have Marcus talking with Joe Mazie, the head coach of the top-rated Farmingdale State Rams. Face-off won by the Rams out on top. Ooh, a good play, a moment. Nice poke check made that time by Kuntz. They kick away at it right in front of the blue line and the Farmingdale bench, and we get a stoppage of play. We've got 1:41 to go here in the second period. 10 seconds left in the power play for Farmingdale. Farmingdale, as we mentioned, they will play Nebraska tomorrow, while Georgia will take on Oakland. Off the face-off, it's cleared all the way down into the Farmingdale end, and that'll about do it for the power play. We're down to 1.5 minutes left in this second period of a 2-2 tie. Here comes Farmingdale, though, quickly up over the line. Azera with it. Nifty move in between the legs of Casper, but right into the waiting arms of Cody Dennison. Down to 1:21 left to go here in this second period. Again, we've got a 2-2 tie. Face-off will stay to the right of Dennison. In on the face-off, winning it is Conklin. They set it up over in the slot area, deflected over to Casper. Casper throws it around in behind the goal, but it was a centering pass by Farmingdale. Farmingdale really taking the play to Oakland in this last 4 or 5 minutes, but it hops into the Farmingdale zone, and the Rams will look to regroup. At the center ice area, here come the Rams, quickly up over the line. Hendrickson with a drive. That's deflected up and out of play. 55.7 seconds left to go here in this second period. We are all knotted up with twos being wild, 2-2 here in this second period. Face-off will be to Dennison's left. Controlled by the Rams. They have it out at the point. They try to make a play on it over in the corner. It rolls in behind the goal. Casper will play it. He's bounced off the puck. There's one loose over to the right side. Still in behind the goal. Now it's going to roll around to Ryan. Ryan with a drop pass to Wolf. Wolf makes it back over to Janot. Janot now, they're playing a little give and go. Keep away deep in their own zone. 35 seconds left. Throwing it out to the neutral zone. It's loose now in the Farmingdale end. Give away. Massa goes after Crawford over in the corner. He tries to make a feed in front. It's loose right at the doorstep. Kicked away. Massa has it. He's bounced off the puck. Still tries to make a play on it. 17 seconds left. Held in by Manzo with a drive. Kicked away wide. Over in the corner. Casper throws it towards the goal. Kicked away by Montgomery. It's loose in behind the goal. 5 seconds left. It's loose in behind the net. They try to make a play on it. It's loose at the doorstep. And they're still trying to make a play on it. And there's some argument here. Is it a goal or not? We got 1.7 left. And we got a little delay over in behind the goal. And it's loose. And it was tied up. We got a discussion back there. And there's no goal. Couldn't tell by the cheering. I couldn't tell if it went in or not. The play deep in the Farmingdale end. And we get a little discussion just to the right of the goal. No goal is the call. Would you expect anything less in this game? A 2-2 tie with a battle of inches, if you will, as the faceoff will be to the right of Montgomery. There's a drive right on the horn. So 40 minutes of play are in the books in this 2018 national tournament. Both these teams are tied at 2. After one period of play, it was a 1-0 lead in favor of the Rams of Farmingdale State. And then at 3:26 of the second period, Matt O'Shaughnessy lit the lamp for the Rams to give them a 2-0 lead. And then at 9:37 on the power play, it was Steve Laurel to make it a 2-1 lead. And then at 11:35, an even strength goal by number 25, James Kuntz, has knotted things up at 2. And that's where we stand in this second period of play. 37-20, shots on goal, a big advantage for Farmingdale State. And we're in just a moment here, we are going to get Marcus Grosnick with the head coach, Joe Mazie of Farmingdale State.
All right, we're here with head coach of Farmingdale State, Joe Mazie. And coach, you took that lead into the first intermission. You guys come out tied 2-2 after 40 minutes of play. What's going to be the message in the locker room to come out to get the lead back in the third?
Same message it's been all along. Okay, you skate hard, you play hard the whole game. 0-0 hockey. Whether you're up 2-0, down 2-0, you play 0-0 hockey, and you got to take care of business. I tell the guys all year, 2-goal lead's the worst lead in hockey. We get it out, we take our foot off the gas pedal, take a dumb penalty, they bury it. All right?
All right, special teams has been pretty good. You guys have had a lot of good looks. You've scored 1 power play on 5 chances tonight. What have you liked, and maybe what are some things you guys can change up on the special teams?
Yeah, we went 1 for 5 on the power play. We have 37 shots after 2 periods and 20 shots against. Obviously, their goalie's playing well. We're going to have to look to create more traffic. He's making the first save. We got to get in there to bury the second one.
All right, Coach, good luck in the last 20 minutes, and hopefully coming out with a victory.
Thank you.
Lou, back up to you.
Thanks, Marcus. As he mentioned again, the shots on goal advantage 37-20 in favor of Farmingdale. The freshman Cody Dennison has been standing on his head, especially in that last 4 minutes. 40 minutes in the books here in this matchup between two Titans in Division III, that being Farmingdale and Oakland. We've got a 2-2 tie. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 12 minutes for the third period here on the ACHA Division III National Tournament. All right, 40 minutes in the books here from the ACHA Division III National Tournament opening day. And we've talked about it at the beginning. We'll talk about it again. Two heavyweights in the Division III level, Marcus. We've got a 2-2 tie. We expect nothing less.
Exactly. And, you heard that interview with Coach Joe Mazie. He told his team the 2-goal lead is never the safe lead, and that is absolutely true. I've seen it throughout my whole career as a broadcaster. You can never be safe with a 2-goal lead, and Oakland came back and took advantage with a power play goal and a full-strength goal just 2 minutes apart. They're at 9:35 and 11:35. So Farmingdale State needs to come out with a little bit of vigor, a little bit of urgency. And for Oakland, you have the momentum on your side scoring the last 2 goals. You have to find a way to carry that into the third period and get yourself the first lead of the night.
Well, there was a little flurry down in the Farmingdale end that the puck was lodged, and from some vantage points I couldn't tell where it was, and it was really close to going in, but the key thing is it wasn't. So it's still a 2-2 tie. And now, Marcus, does it come to who makes the fewest mistakes in this third period, or who knows, or maybe 4 periods? The rate this is going, we may see a little extra time.
Yeah, I think you're right, Lou. I think that which team is going to make the least amount of mistakes and which goaltender is going to be able to stand up to the test. Right now, both have played very, very well, Montgomery and Dennison. And for that goal, as you mentioned, from my vantage point down on the far end on the ice level, it looked like the puck actually got lodged underneath the side of the net. Now, other people from behind the net say it squirted in and in the scrum got lodged. But like I talked with some of the coaches, because there was not a definitive answer or definitive evidence between all the coaches that went in, call stands, no goal.
Well, and both teams know that for sure, as we've got a 2-2 tie coming up here into the third period. Faceoff will be controlled by Farmingdale now as they play it off at center ice. They roll it into the Oakland end. Farmingdale will be going left to right on your computer screen as we begin this third period. A centering play goes all the way over to the right side. Puck loose now out to center ice. Quickly coming up over the line with it. Ryan tried a backhand shot. Kicked away by Montgomery. It's loose over on the right side. Now here comes Farmingdale. They're going to squirt it up over the line. DiMartino with a drive. Kicked away over to the corner by Dennison. Held in by O'Shaughnessy. As he slips, he throws it over. There's a shot. Whistles wide of the goal. It's going to be played out to the neutral zone area, and Farmingdale will come up with it. 19:15 to go here in this third period. We've got a 2-2 tie. Farmingdale and Oakland here on the ACHA National Championships. The faceoff is going to stay in the neutral zone area. It's going to be just outside the Farmingdale blue line. Taking the faceoff for Farmingdale will be Wager, and it'll be James Kuntz who will be taking it for Oakland. They chop away at it, and it's going to be won by Oakland. They backtrack in the neutral zone area, and it comes up over the line. They now play does Farmingdale. They rattle it around the boards over to the right side. It's going to be loose out to center ice. Backtracking with the puck now is going to be Gertz. Gertz tries to make a feed over to Greg. Right in front of us now, coming up with a loose puck. Wager over the line. His play deflected to the right of the goal, and it's thrown over in the corner. Greg tries to clear it out of the zone. Good play to hold it in momentarily by Jewell. Now it's over in the slot, and it's going to be given away as there's a shot that whistles wide of the goal, taken by DiMartino. Now here comes Oakland. They've got it up over the line. There's a shot by Greg, kicked away by Montgomery over into the corner. They chop away at it over there. Greg comes up with it, tries to make a centering play. Instead, he rolls it back over to Kuntz, and his pocket is picked, and it's going to be played over on the right side. 1:45 gone in this third period of a 2-2 tie.
Good puck movement by both teams here in the first minute of the period. Farmingdale State is a team that I think a lot of people have been sleeping on over the last couple of years. they have been a very good offensively minded team.
Conklin tried to make a play. He did over in the corner. Hendrickson comes up with it. He drops it over to the right face-off circle. There's a shot taken with a long rebound, but a good play by Manzo to dump it down in the other end, and icing will be the call. 17:44 to go in regulation. We've got a 2-2 tie, Oakland and Farmingdale State.
Faceoff will come all the way back down into the OU zone to the right of Dennison.
And indeed it is to the right side of Dennison. Taking the face-off will be Steve Laurel. He'll go up against, it looks like, number 10 Conklin. They play it up at the point with a shot. It's loose at the doorstep. Kicked away over in the corner. Laurel plays it over there, over to Graham. Graham bounced off the puck. Good play to hold it in at the blue line. That time by Azera. He throws one towards the goal. And a good play to get it out of the zone by Marcinkowski. Here comes Graham with an opportunity. But there to make the defensive play is Azera. Azera now has it in behind the goal. They throw it towards the Farmingdale bench. Hops over the stick of Gertz over in the corner. He backtracks off the puck, and he's hammered for his efforts by Azera. Here comes Oakland now. They bring it into the neutral zone. Najjar, a little centering play into the slot area, but he's bounced off the puck. Laying the lumber, Farmingdale here in this opening 3.5 minutes. Puck played in the neutral zone. Over there in front of the Oakland bench by Goodis. He dumps it into the Farmingdale zone, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 16:48 to go here in this third period, a 2-2 tie.
Looks like it's going to be an icing call on Oakland as they were not happy with that whistle. I think it was an icing call. I'm actually not sure what it was.
I didn't see it either. There was a stoppage of play, and I'm not sure what they're going to call on this one, but the face-off is we're going to get a penalty call coming up on Farmingdale, and that's going to be Halverson taking a seat in the sin bin for 2 minutes. So a huge break for Oakland now. We get a whistle and a quick whistle before the face-off.
3:14, the time of the penalty. I'll like to see what the call is.
And Massa tries to drive off the face-off, deflected up and out of play. 1:56 left in the penalty, and we've got 16:44 left in regulation time of a 2-2 tie.
Too many men on the ice is going to be the call.
Well, that's a huge break for Oakland. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. And it's momentarily held in at the blue line, but again, that 90% penalty kill is showing why it's 90%. Good play on defense, but now back into the zone. There's a give and go. Ryan with an opportunity. There's a centering play. Janot now will dump it in the corner. Going after it is Kuntz. Kuntz tries to skate it in behind the goal. Rolls it over to the right side to Massa. Here's a giveaway. Farmingdale with an opportunity. Coming up quickly over the line. 2-on-1 with a play. Nice shot, and it's going to be kicked away by Dennison. 16:10 to go in this third period. Going after it now is Ryan. He's going to skate after it in behind the goal. He overskates the puck in behind the net. Plays it to Kuntz. Rolls it over the right side. Massa. Unangled shot. Kicked away. Rebound. Controlled for a moment by Farmingdale. Massa has a cross-ice pass. Nifty move to Kuntz. Drop pass. Out on top. Janot backhands it over in the corner. There's a play that's going to roll back into the neutral zone. 15:45 to go in regulation time. A 2-2 tie. Up over the line with a shot deflected. And Montgomery will cover it up momentarily. Now it gives it away, and it's going to be thrown out to center ice. And here's a giveaway. Coming up with it is Markopoulos with a play. Oh, and a save made by Cody Dennison to keep it a 2-2 tie. And Manzo will dump it around the boards all the way over to the right side. And here's another potential giveaway. Massa comes up with it. He tries to make a play on it. He's kind of crunched into the referee. It's cleared, and it's now out into the neutral zone. 20 seconds left in the power play. Manzo will dump it into the corner. Skating after it is Evan Gregg. He's got it, throws it around the boards, trying to make a play on it, and a good defensive play made that time by Farmingdale. Conklin, he wanted a penalty call, as now both teams will be at full strength. 14:45 to go, a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, the clearing attempt hit Manzo and gave the breakaway over for Markopoulos. Trying to go 5-hole, but Dennison able to close it up.
Manzo backtracks on the puck as he tries to clear it out of the zone, and he does. A little give and go with Goodis. Now he skates it up into the Farmingdale zone, and we've got a Farmingdale man down over in front of the bench. There's a off-angled shot taken over in the corner. Rebound goes in behind the Farmingdale goal. 14-15 to go. A shot deflected into the safety netting and out of play.
Wow, what a good 3-4 minutes there. Back and forth, both teams just very heated, very aggressive, passionate hockey here between Farmingdale State and Oakland, both having really good looks at the net, both full strength and on the man advantage.
Faceoff will be to the right of Stephen Montgomery, one of the top goaltenders in the country for Farmingdale State, as we're waiting now for the drop of the puck. Referee having a little bit of words, it looked like, with Andrew Barry. Now the face-off controlled by Farmingdale. They dump it out of the zone. Skating after it will be Casper, and icing will be the call. That'll bring the play back deep in the Farmingdale end. Well, as we mentioned, tomorrow, first game out of the chute will be Oakland against Georgia. Georgia looked strong earlier today, Marcus. A 4-1 win for them as they look to make it 2 in a row on their quest to get to the Final Four.
Emily Barber in goal for Georgia looked very strong today, just giving up the one lone full-strength goal. Offense really did a good job of helping her out.
Puck controlled by Farmingdale. They try to clear the zone. Good play by Casper to hold it in over by the right face-off circle, but here comes Farmingdale. They've got 3-on-3 now. A little play, a little too strong that time for Kraft as it's played in behind the goal. It's deep in the Oakland end. Digging away at it for a moment, it was Wager. And also he's got Kraft in behind the goal. They try a centering play. It's still deep in the Oakland end. Going after it is Janot. Janot deflects it off the boards over to Casper. Casper now tries to play it out of the zone. He plays it over to Schulte, and he's going to roll it deep down. They're going to wave off the icing as Barry went after it. He's bounced off the puck. Good play on defense by Farmingdale. Here they come out of the zone. With it is Jennings. Jennings coast to coast up over the line, over the right side with a shot. Deflected away. Over in the corner going after it is Manzo. Lead pass to Massa. His pass stolen away by O'Shaughnessy. Massa bounces him off the puck. A huge check for Massa. Puck played in the neutral zone now by DiMartino. He's bounced off the puck. Here comes O'Shaughnessy with a chance. Oh, and he thinks twice about it. It goes over to the right side. It's now played out at center ice with the puck. Ryan. He's bounced off the puck. A good play by Hendrickson. Now coming up over the line, Manzo. Manzo plays it over on the right side. Massa comes up with it in the neutral zone as Oakland, with some tired legs, has to get onside. They chop away at it at center ice. Here comes O'Shaughnessy up over the line. He tries a centering play in the slot. Coming up with it though is Wolf. Wolf comes up over the line. He's got Ryan skating along with them. They throw it up over in the boards. Wolf now plays it in behind the goal along with Ryan. Massa tries to make a play on it. He's bounced into the boards. Good play on defense by Sean Post. We get a stoppage of play. 12:05 to go here in this third period. We got a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, a couple good rushes there by DiMartino. Markopoulos on the rush for Farmingdale State. Just split the defense. And you know what? I have to give credit where credit is due. Farmingdale State doing a good job of keeping Massa off the score sheet. They just have to find a way to get themselves back in the lead.
2-2 tie here, the face-off right in front of the Farmingdale bench as they chop away at it right in front of Joe Mazie and his coaching staff as we're under 12 minutes to go in regulation, a 2-2 tie. Ooh, a drop pass, good poke check that time by Gertz. It's loose over in the corner now. Oakland tries to make a play on it. They dig away at it at the blue line as DiMartino with a pass. Oh, and a long drive that whistles wide all the way out to the blue line. Holding it in was Jewell. Jewell plays it over in the corner. They dig away at it over on the right side. They chop at it over by the left face-off circle now, and here comes Casper. Casper tries to get it out of the zone. Maybe a little too fancy with the play, but now it's at center ice. Laurel's got Casper. Laurel, the big fella, comes up over the line. Tries to make a one-handed play in behind the goal. They chop away at it over there. 11:15 to go in regulation time. They dig away at it over on the left side. Farmingdale will lift it up high off the rafters and out of play. We're going to get a stoppage of play. Marcus, 11:08 to go in regulation time. We are still knotted up at 2.
So far, no real big mistakes by either either team. Both teams very even keel through the first 9 minutes of this period. Still tied at 2, but both teams having really good opportunities.
Faceoff will be to the right-hand side of Montgomery. It's won by Farmingdale. There's a good play at center ice momentarily by Oakland, but coming up over the line with numbers was Farmingdale. Here comes Oakland, though. They come up with the loose puck. Coots tries to make a play on it. Nifty move to go after it over in the corner. He's trying to set up a shot. A centering pass to Cody Dennison, but now here comes Farmingdale. They skated out of the zone. Here comes Conklin up over the line. He's bounced off the puck, and now they play it over on the right face-off circle with the puck. There's one in the slot. There's a shot taken, deflected before it got to the goal. Rattling it around the boards that time was Goodis. He plays it out to center ice, and here comes a play maybe for Dennison, but back on defense, Chris Stubble with a good play. They throw it out to the neutral zone area. Here's a feed, maybe a little too strong for Wager. Wager over the left face-off circle with a shot deflected before it gets to the goal. It deflects up in the air, played over to the left side, and now they go at it over in behind the goal. There's a shot taken over in the corner. Farmingdale comes up with it over by the right face-off circle. There's a shot again towards the net. Trying to camp in front of the goal that time was Azera. We get a stoppage of play. 9:55 to go here in this third period. We've got a 2-2 tie, and we're going to get our media timeout to catch our collective breaths. Farmingdale 2, Oakland 2, and we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on the ACHA National Championships.
Dear Lord. How about over there? Overtime? Dear God. Good for her. Yeah. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
As we come out of the media timeout, Marcus Grosnick with yours truly, Lou Gamlin, or for those of you that might know me, Captain Lou on the ACHA power play. We are 9:55 left to go in this third period. Again, this has been all that it's advertised, punch for punch, a heavyweight battle between two ACHA Division III giants, Marcus. We've got a 2-2 tie.
It's been a great game so far. Let's see which team wants it more. Who is going to be the one to make the play and be the star of the game?
Faceoff will be to the right of Dennison, controlled by Oakland. They play it out in the neutral zone, and going after it will be Jennings for Farmingdale. Cross-ice pass now deflected into the neutral zone area. It's going to roll right at the red line, and we get a collision right in front of the scorer's table. Coming up over the line, Markopoulos. He's got some wheels, but a good poke check by Oakland. Plays it into the neutral zone as Farmingdale has to get onside. Quickly backtracking after it, Markopoulos. Man, he's got some wheels in this third period. He's skating with a purpose. 9:20 to go in this third period of a 2-2 tie. Here comes Massa with a feed. Cross ice over to Ryan with a shot, and they scored! Oakland takes the lead for the first time tonight. We've got a 3-2 hockey game. Time of the goal, 10 minutes and 46 seconds.
I think that's going to be tipped in, I think, by Eric Wolf. Ryan was the one that took the shot, but Wolf was standing right out in front. I think it deflected, and Oakland gets their first lead of the night with 9:14 left in the third.
Well, Marcus, you mentioned that Massa will probably get an assist on that one as well. He set it up with a nifty cross-ice pass to Michael Ryan. He took the shot. Wolf tipped it past Montgomery, and we've got a 3-2 Oakland lead with now 9 minutes left to go in regulation. Indeed, Wolf will get credit for it. Puck rolls in behind the Farmington goal, and now the puck or the face-off will come all the way down into the Oakland end. So now, Marcus, if you're Farmingdale, 3 straight given up, they've got to, try to wipe this one out of their memory and try to get the equalizer quick.
They got to find a way to continue to get pucks in that. Here's a shot that gets turned away by Dennison.
Oh, it's loose at the doorstep. Boy, Dennison getting out there out of the crease to make the play on that one. Dennison had 30 25 saves after 2 periods of play, and he's continuing that strong play. Not a whole lot really Montgomery could do on that go-ahead goal for Oakland, as he's played stellar in net. Not seeing as much traffic as Dennison has, but still a strong game by both goalies.
Yeah, one quick note, want to congratulate Florida Gulf Coast. They have won the national championship for Division II, 5-1 over the Lindenwood Lions.
Wow, big win for Florida Gulf Coast. We watched them play yesterday, Marcus. A machine. That's all you can say. Congratulations to them. Manzo, a little confusion with the puck. Plays it out now to center ice, where it's going to be handled now by Philip Jewell. We're down about 8.5 left to go in regulation time. We've got a 3-2 lead for Oakland. O'Shaughnessy skates it in on goal! Right into the glove of Cody Dennison, the freshman, hanging on and keeping the face-off deep in the Oakland end.
Dennison has looked very strong here as the game has progressed. As we talked to Pete Gibb in the first intermission, you know, he really liked how he was playing, but just was not getting the opportunities.
3-2 our score. Oakland again on top of Farmingdale State. Puck played in behind the Oakland goal. Farmingdale putting the heat on right out on the point with a drive deflected. It's loose and going to be cleared away. I think we may get a icing call coming up. They're going to wave it off. The puck didn't make it back, so a good play by Oakland. Here comes Farmingdale with a cross-ice pass, stolen away momentarily by Laurel, and he's going to be bumped offside, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. 7:59 to go in this third period. We've got a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Golden Grizzlies.
Ryan getting the primary assist on that go-ahead goal. Jeanette getting his second helper of the night as well, giving Eric Wolf the go-ahead goal.
Off the face-off, that's going to be controlled at center ice by Farmingdale. They dump it in the corner deep in the Oakland end. Going after it is Goodis. Goodis rolls it around the boards. Going to be played by Casper. He dumps it deep into the Farmingdale end. Quickly skating after it, Graham along with Zara. Zara gets a little extra bump for his efforts, but it's now played in the neutral zone. Played out of the zone. Good play to play it out of the zone by Artemenko. Now it's loose in the Farmingdale end again. Little drop passes. Now Farmingdale will go after it. Deep now in the Oakland end, quickly going after it again. Artemenko making a couple of big defensive plays here for Oakland. Here comes Ryan over in the corner. He's going to try to make a play on it. There's an out-angled shot. Oh, right into the bread basket of Stephen Montgomery to keep it a 3-2 lead. 7:13 left to go here in regulation time.
Good play by Ryan to get in behind the defense and then just find a way to take a shot on goal right below the goal line, and Montgomery had to make the save right in the chest, right on that right post.
Massa went in on the face-off that time. He went up against Wager, and Wager was able to win that one cleanly in the defensive zone, but it's still loose deep in the Farmingdale end. Massa plays it around the boards, plays it out to the point. Janot throws it towards the net, deflected wide. Here comes Farmingdale now. They lift it out to center ice. Going to be played in the neutral zone by Farmingdale. Now it's back deep. Massa with a drive. It's deflected over into the corner. Eric Wolf goes after it. He's bounced off of it by DiMartino. It rolls in all the way over to the left side. Farmingdale trying to clear the zone. Massa knocked down again. They play it now into the neutral zone. Quickly coming up over the line, Markopoulos. We get a whistle. We're going to get offsides. 6.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. We've got a 3-2 lead for the Golden Grizzlies thanks to the go-ahead goal by Barry, or check that, Eric Wolf, midway through the third period.
Let's see how aggressive Farmingdale State gets when it gets closer to the end of the game, when they're going to pull Montgomery for that extra attacker.
Oakland cleanly wins the face-off, and dumping it out of the zone was Gertz. It's now going to be rolled into the Farmingdale end. 6:20 to go in regulation time, a 3-2 lead for the Golden Grizzlies. Farmingdale will now take the charge. They've showed the wheels for most of the game. They've skating it now into the Oakland zone. Jennings gets his pocket pick. Good poke check that time by the Grizzlies. Now back with the puck at the blue line. PJ DiMartino, who scored the opening goal for Farmingdale. Puck rolled around to the boards. Now Oakland comes up with it. Cross-ice pass intended for Greg. He gets Malachi crunched right at the red line. They play it now up over the line. O'Shaughnessy comes up. A nifty move and on goal! But equal to the task again is Dennison. And we get a whistle. A stoppage of play. 5:45 to go here in this third period. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We've got a 3-2 hockey game.
And there's going to be a penalty on O'Shaughnessy for slashing after the play. So Oakland's going to get a power play here late in the third.
First real kind of big mistake we've seen in the night. A frustration play maybe by O'Shaughnessy. He made such a great move to get it on goal. And when he was stoned by Dennison, you're right, he made the slash. This is going to be huge. Well, this is huge for both sides. Oakland with a chance to get a 2-goal lead on the power play. Farmingdale looking to maybe get a shorty. Up over the line, DiMartino, 2-on-2. Nifty move. He backtracks now, goes over in the corner. He's going to skate it. He's bounced off the puck by Laurel. They still chop away at it. 5:28 to go in regulation time. Here on top, here comes Markopoulos with a shot. And Dennison with authority gloves that one off and hangs on as we've got 5:23 to go here in this third period. A 3-2 lead for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, good play there. Farmingdale State getting it right back up to Markopoulos right between the face-off dots. And Dennison, the good goaltender that he is, how sound he is. Technically, he is going to make that save every time.
Conklin loses the face-off, and now Oakland now on the power play will try to set it up. It's in the neutral zone as Wolf has it. He throws one over to Ryan, who tips it towards the net, and it's going to be held on to by Montgomery. So mission accomplished for Oakland. They've got the power play now deep in the Farmingdale end. 1:25 to go in the penalty to O'Shaughnessy. 5:10 to go in regulation time. 3-2 Oakland on top. Face-off won cleanly by the Rams as they try to get it out of the zone. Good play, though, by Kuntz. Kuntz throws it in behind. There's a one-time opportunity. There's Massa with a try, and he scores! It was only a matter of time. And the National Player of the Year from last year, Zach Massa, makes it a 2-goal lead, I believe, on the power play. And it's now 4-2 in favor of the Golden Grizzlies.
Massa just powering his way to the front of the net. I thought Montgomery had it originally, but just kind of slipped underneath that right pad. And it's 4-2 Oakland here late in the third.
We'll see who gets credit on that. I do believe it was Massa that was able to throw it past Montgomery. But with under 5 minutes to go in regulation time, it's a 4-2 hockey game now. Oakland, with 4 straight goals, has made it a 4-2 lead. I think we might get a little penalty. We might get a penalty coming up to Farmingdale as well, as we've got I think Azera, a little extracurricular after the whistle. He's gone, it looks like. And that's a big penalty for Farmingdale. Frustration definitely starting to set in for the Rams.
So Frank Azera is gone. It's going to stay 5-on-5.
Laurel will take the face-off against O'Shaughnessy. So 4 straight goals for the Golden Grizzlies has given them a 4-2 lead. It indeed was Zach Massa who got that power play goal, as now we've got a 4-2 lead for the Grizzlies. Now there's one loose right over to the right face-off circle, left face-off circle rather. Still a lot of time left for Farmingdale. They play it in behind the goal. It rolls over to the right side. Almost a collision there, held in by Halverson, plays it over towards the corner. You can't let up if you're Oakland against this high-powered Farmingdale State team. PJ DiMartino has it in behind the goal, throws it over to the right side. They play it in behind the goal, and it's going to be loose in behind that goal, held in at the blue line though by number 72 Stubba. He tries to throw it in towards the corner, but instead it's going to be deflected off the rafters, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. 4:13 to go go here in regulation time. We got a 2-goal lead now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time, Lou, before Oakland started to find the stride a little bit there, get the legs underneath them. Losing in the semifinal to Michigan, or to Central Michigan in the Vezina Cup playoffs just a couple weeks ago.
Off the face-off, puck cleared out the center ice, and going after it, a pair of 11s, Michael Ryan and Markopoulos. Markopoulos now will bring it in. We're going to get an offside call, as a little eager that time was DiMartino for the Rams, and now we're just about to the 4-minute mark left in regulation time. A 4-2 lead for Farmingdale, and Marcus, you brought this up a little bit ago. Now we're going to have to watch and see how long Montgomery will stay in net for the extra attacker.
Yeah, I would say probably at least the 2-minute mark. I don't think you can go any longer than that.
Massa tried to clear it out of the zone. Instead, it still rolls in behind the Oakland goal, and it deflects up into the safety netting. So Farmingdale jumped out to a 2-0 lead 3.5 minutes or so into that second period. And kind of a surprise, you just wouldn't expect this Farmingdale team to give up 4 unanswered goals like they have here in this second half of the game.
Especially with the way that they started out the first period with 2 goals. Really, one quick on the power play and one late on the full strength.
There's a shot deflected before it got there. But, you know, Marcus, real quick, we saw this out of Oakland in the regional. They got behind twice and came back. There's a centering play. Ryan with a shot deflected high up over the top. Look, go wrap around. Massa looking for a second goal. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. We're down to 3:27 to go here in regulation time. A 4-2 lead for Oakland.
Period definitely a little bit slower pace here. A lot of whistles here after the 6-minute mark. We got 3:27 left. Probably about another minute and 27 or a minute and a half. You'll start to see Montgomery inch his way towards the bench.
Well, after the whistle, the face-off is held in at the blue line. Going to be knocked out of play by Manzo, and we get a stoppage again. Now we're down to 3:22 left in regulation time, and a 4-2 lead for Oakland. Well, should Oakland hold on to this one, Marcus, we're going to get a pair of 1-0 teams tomorrow right out of the chute. Oakland and Georgia. That ought to be a dandy as well. Puck played in behind the goal. Farmingdale now will clear it out of the zone. Good play, good anticipation play by Gertz. He dumps it back into the Farmingdale zone. 3:13 to go here in regulation time. Here they come now, quickly up over the line. Come the Rams. Centering pass. DiMartino has the pass. Hop over the top of his stick. Playing it now is Barry. Barry, a nifty move to get it back into the Farmingdale zone. Looking to feed number 9, that being Ryan Schulte in the slot, but he couldn't come up with it. Here's a nifty move to avoid a check by Farmingdale. Halverson will go after the puck. We're down to 2:45 left. Here comes Barry up over the line. He's going to try to feed Najjar. There's a play with a loose puck out in front, and here comes Farmingdale. They now try to get a play on it, but backtracking with it is Gertz. Gertz with a cross-ice pass over to Manzo. Manzo plays it out to center ice, where it's going to be deflected over to DiMartino. A feed to O'Shaughnessy. He's brought down. We're going to get a penalty call coming up to Oakland. So here's the opportunity now that Farmingdale needs, as they trail by 2 goals, but they're going on the power play.
Yeah, Montgomery was starting to make his way to the bench to get that extra attacker off with the delayed penalty. Let's see if they throw an extra one out there to get a 6-on-4, as Brendan Gertz is going to go to the penalty box for a trip.
Well, Marcus, when you and I did our first game earlier today, we mentioned too that one thing to keep in mind with this pool play is that we're going to get a timeout call that looks like on Farmingdale. Yeah. But we mentioned this in the first game, Marcus. Even if Farmingdale can't come back and win this one, a goal here on the power play to cut it to 1 will be huge, because we mentioned it. Oakland was very convincing in Georgia, very convincing in their win over Nebraska. They and Oakland will tangle at 11 a.m. You and I are going to have that game tomorrow. Farmingdale's not out of this. If they only leave, if they lose by 1 goal, they're still in it. There's a lot of time. They could get 2 quick goals. So this is very important here in this later stages of this third period.
It really is. I mean, we've seen in the years past where that has been the case, where it's come down to the goal differential, and a lot of teams give up. Yeah, they're down 4-2 and you might lose the game, but you got to find a way to crawl your way back to get to even, or at least 1 down, as you said, Lou, to get that goal differential. with still 2 days of pool play to go.
Well, here's the scenario, everybody. We've got 2:24, I believe, left in the regulation time. A 4-2 hockey game. Oakland on top. Farmingdale jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but then Oakland was able to get 4 unanswered goals so far. But here we go. We've got a power play opportunity for Farmingdale. O'Shaughnessy will take the face-off for the Rams going up against Kuntz. The puck is loose over just outside the right face-off circle, held in by DiMartino, and it's played over cross ice. Here comes the extra attacker, the empty net, and to our right, or to our left rather, as Montgomery goes to the bench. Coming out into the play now is Markopoulos. There's a play. O'Shaughnessy fakes it, throws one in the crease, and it's going to be played by DiMartino in traffic. Loose over on the right side. We're under 2 to go, and we get a goal. No goal. They're going to wave it off. Oh, they're going to wave it off. It looked like a power play goal. But that end of the ice has seen a couple of potential goals not go in. So one aside now, as we're down to 1:57 left in regulation time. 1:33 left in the power play. The net is empty to our left as Montgomery is on the bench for the extra attacker.
Steven Azera was the one that had the shot that he thought went in, but the refs are going to say no goal, and the puck is going to come back out to neutral ice.
Wow, a big break now for Oakland, as Montgomery will have to get in goal until the faceoff has taken place with the play out of the zone. It's out in the neutral zone area. Faceoff won by Oakland. Casper will clear it all the way down to the other end of the ice. 1:50 left to go here in regulation time. We've got a 4-2 lead for Oakland. On the power play, though, is Farmingdale. With it is DiMartino. DiMartino over on the left faceoff circle. Plays it over to the right side. Here the net is empty again. 6-on-4. And there's a play right over to the left face-off circle. O'Shaughnessy with it over on the left side. He throws one towards the net, and Oakland's able to clear it out to center ice, and they're going to roll it back into the zone. And now here comes DiMartino again. He's up over the line with a shot deflected high over the top of the goal. It's still loose deep in the Oakland end. They play it now in behind the goal. We're down to 1:10 left in regulation time. Markopoulos gets his pass deflected. Now it's going to roll over to the right side. Joe DiMartino, he comes up with it. We're down to 1 minute left. 37 seconds left. We're going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 35 seconds left in the power play. But we're down to 59.8 seconds left in regulation.
Yeah, knocked down with a high stick by Oakland. Nobody wanted to touch it, so the whistle blew. It'll stay in the offensive zone to the left of Dennison.
O'Shaughnessy is waved out of the... Actually, he's going to get out of the face-off zone. Halverson will take it for Farmingdale, and it's won cleanly by Farmingdale. There's a shot by O'Shaughnessy. Split the uprights, if you will, but unfortunately, that's not a goal. It's up into the safety netting. The face-off, though, will stay deep in the Oakland end. Halverson will take the face-off again with Laurel. Won by Farmingdale, but the puck squirts out into the neutral zone. 25 seconds left in the power play. Laurel loses his stick. There's one thrown towards the net. Oh, and O'Shaughnessy blew a tire, but the puck is still at the blue line. With it on top over there, it's going to be DiMartino. Throws it over in the corner. Halverson with a nice move. Throws one towards the net. It's loose over the right face-off circle. We're down to 35 seconds left. Puck loose. Laurel's able to pick up his stick. As they go after it, there's an empty net. Here comes Oakland. Ryan's looking for the scratch off the goalpost. Oh my goodness. Ryan now with it over in the corner. We're down to 20 seconds left. They chop at it over in the corner. It's loose at the neutral zone. They're just going to backtrack the puck now as Oakland. We're down to 10 seconds left. They play it. Oh, and there's an empty net goal. And that's going to do it. Oakland with the empty netter from Nick Manzo. And a big win for the Golden Grizzlies as they overcome a 2-goal deficit early in the second period. And they've gone out now to a commanding 5-2 lead.
Yeah, good plays there by the Grizzlies, trying to just clear it out. Let me see who that was. Laurel's stick actually got knocked out of his hands looking for a penalty. If he would have had a stick, he would have had a great opportunity to score that open net goal. But otherwise, Nick Manzo is going to get that credit. And it's a 5-2 lead.
Conklin with a backhand shot with about 5 seconds left. That's going to do it. Our final score 5-2. Oakland, a huge win as they were down 2-0 in the early stages of this open, like at the 3:46 mark of the second period, Marcus.
Down 2.
And then 5 unanswered goals has given them a 5-2 victory.
You got to give credit where credit is due, Luke. Oakland did not give up. They battled back. They were down 2-0 after the first, or early on in the second period. They were able to crawl their way back. 5 unanswered goals, 2 power plays, 2 full strength, and an empty netter by Manzo puts Farmingdale State in the losers bracket here after day 1. Oakland off to a good start, and as you said, tomorrow's first game of the morning, Oakland and Georgia, is going to be one heck of a game.
Well, one thing, as we mentioned, you got to keep in mind, this is only day 1. We've got 2 days left. Farmingdale is by no means out of this one right now because they've got a big game against Nebraska. Should Oakland lose, or whoever loses this game, Farmingdale still has a date with Georgia yet. So tomorrow's opening game that we have is going to be huge, but Farmingdale is by no means out of it.
Definitely not out of it. They have to play well tomorrow against Nebraska. That's a 5:30 puck drop from the Chiller North here. And then they will take on Georgia on Thursday at 8 p.m. So still a lot of good hockey to come for this pool.
Well, let's wrap up the scoring real quick, and we'll get out of here for this monster game here this afternoon. Opening the scoring in the first period was number 55, P.J. DiMartino. He got an assist on that one by Halverson. And then at 3:26 in the second period, O'Shaughnessy made it 2-0 on a full-strength goal for Farmingdale. But then Oakland started their barrage, led by Steve Laurel at 9:37 on the power play to make it 2-1. And then the equalizer at 11:35 by James Kuntz, and that was a 2-2 tie after 2 periods of play. And then at 10:46 in the third period, even strength goal by number 3 Eric Wolf on an assist by Dalton Janot and also by Michael Ryan. And then at 15:05 on the power play, Zach Massa made it 4-2 off an assist from Michael Ryan. And then an empty net goal by number 24 Nick Manzo closed out the scoring 5-2. Well, that's going to about do it for us here tonight. For Marcus Grosnick, this is Lou Gamlin reminding you, keep your head up, keep your sticks down, and as always, keep your minds open. Thanks for joining us here on the ACHA National Championship broadcast. Good night, everybody.